Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Find a dealer near you at LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
And good evening, Trojan fans, and welcome up to West Monroe, Louisiana, home of the West Monroe Rebels, where it is time for tonight's opener in District 2 5A action. And the Alexandria Trojans have made their way up Highway 165 to get here in this battle of heavyweights. You will see a heavyweight brawl in this one tonight. Both of these teams are physical. Both of these teams have worked hard for this game, and both are going to fight and battle for a victory. Before we get into all of that, I'd like to welcome you up here. I am Doug Ann with 446 Sports, delighted to bring you another season of District 2 5A action. The Trojans come in at 5-0, and we could not do a bit of it without my partner in crime, Nick Magneto, who joins us up in the booth. Nick, welcome aboard.
Yeah, great to be here at Don Shaw's Field. 80 degrees, sunny. Sun's about to set at 6:41. 57 is the dew point, 45% humidity. It's showing a northeast wind at 6, Doug, but I see the flags barely moving, so I don't think that's going to affect the game much tonight.
No, and you see, Nick, thank you for that. You're down in these trees, and so, and of course, the high home side bleachers. We're on what used to be the visiting side of the bleachers on there, too. We're going to be joined in just a few minutes by KP, who will be down on the field with Coach Bachman. We also have some words from Coach Bachman that we clipped up talking about West Monroe before the night is. Also in our pregame, we'll have the offensive starters and defensive starters for you, and we'll have our Louisiana Athletic Club keys to the game. But did you know, Nick, that we are bringing this game to everybody around the state and around the world from the Trios press box here in West Monroe, flexible and willing to travel.
You remind me every time.
Absolutely. 18 weeks in a row, my friend, 18 Friday nights of football season in a row. We have had lunch there at Trios, so we appreciate our game day experience out there and our friends at the Trios on Versailles. So, Nick, big game. Both teams come into this as probably as pumped up as they've been in a while. This is a statement game tonight. The winner of this goes to 1-0 in district, and they have a big win. The loser of this one, man, you started 0-1, and that's difficult.
Yeah, it is, and for all the reasons you just mentioned, how difficult it is in this district. There's no time to take off. They definitely, it's good to be out 1-0 for sure. West Monroe's 4-1 coming into this. Doug, their only loss comes to North DeSoto, which is right now a Division II #1 team in the state with Division II. So like I said, that 4-1. Of course, your Trojans come in 5-0 with a chance to, they want to repeat, and you can't repeat unless you go 1-0 to start out.
Well, we're going to go down. Looks like Coach Bachman and KP have found each other, so we're going to go down on the field here momentarily. We'll get make sure he's on there and work our way around. There you go. And KP, you ready, buddy? KP, you down there? Go ahead.
Can't hear anything on y'all's end.
There you go. Just go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Where's he?
There you go. Do you have us, KP?
You got me?
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Got nothing on this end. Can't hear anything.
Waiting to get our
Hello?
connection down there with him. Let me switch over. All right, KP, we hear you on here, so go ahead, buddy.
Coach, this is what Friday Night Lights are all about. How'd the day go? How'd the walkthrough go? Give me your thoughts.
We had a good walkthrough this morning. You know, we obviously been dealing with the flu here these past couple of weeks. Very appreciative. You know, just how resilient these kids are, how relentless they are, and their pursuit of these goals that we're after. And so, you know, we needed yesterday afternoon. We needed this morning, and I thought the kids were really good. It was really clean. Now, you know, it's fixing to be about what takes place these next couple of hours is what's important. But, you know, I believe they're mentally, emotionally, and physically ready to play. So let's go.
Let's go. Good luck, Coach.
There you go. We appreciate you, KP, getting that in there. Some last brief minute words. You can tell, Nick, that it's business as usual for these guys. Not a lot of fluff in it.
Yeah, definitely focused on focus from Coach Bachman, which we've come to know very well. And last night you could definitely tell that he was eager to get going, and wanted to put this one, get this one kicked off, because like I said, this is what you play football for these environments. This opportunity. It's great to go 5-0 in your non-district, and to be in the position you've worked so hard to put yourself in this position right now. So, like I said, you want to try to take advantage of it, and the momentum that you have from going 5-0.
Look, I assure you, you would much rather be on. You would much rather be 5-0 than not. I know district doesn't come into that very much, but you would rather be 5-0. There's no doubt about that. That goes without saying. So a lot of things that we'll look at tonight. Tell us some of the things, Nick. Let's just go ahead and jump into our starting lineups. Why don't we do that? Let's take a look at our offensive starting lineup on here, and I'll let you take us through that.
Yeah, you see top there, Carson Sellers starting quarterback. Then your starting running back is Cason Williams. Noble's out right now. He's out for the next few weeks. But
the foreseeable future.
Yeah, Jayton Terry, one of the wide receivers. Alex Fondo, one of the wide receivers. Grayson Thibodeau, H-back. Coach Free allowed me to call him a fullback last night. So we're going. And actually, Coach Bachman was also accepting to that. Hayden Burford, sure hands, on the kickoff returns. He's another one of your wideouts. Kyron Griffin, you'll see him, K5, you'll see him as a wideout as well. The offensive line, Peter Lofton's your right tackle. Jaden Everett, your right guard. Jacob Della Cerda is your center. Then usually it's Aiden Price at left guard, and then Carter Rivette, finishes out there on the left side. And then you have Jaden Clemens, who will play at that right guard position some, and Gaines McKenzie is usually your starting tight end if they're in the 12 package.
There you go. That's a good look at our offensive starters. Now let's flip to the other side of the football, and when West Monroe has the ball, here's what they're going to be facing, Nick.
Yeah, solid defense right now. I think they put a thing out to where our defense is allowing 6.8 points a game, so just a great start.
6.8 per game.
Yeah, per game. And, of course, starts there up front with Jaden Bayon, Peyton Hobbs, a senior nose tackle who's done really well, and look for him to have a big night tonight. Ethan Richard, also a senior defense tackle. Bryson Phoenix, which we heard on the way up, he got invited to go to LSU for the weekend on a visit, so that's a big step for Bryson. Starting linebackers, Jackson Townsend, Xavier White, big motivational, the vocal leader and actually the leader on the field. Carrot Gaines plays at apex position, outside linebacker, strong safety, whatever you'd like to call it there. Maurice Jackson comes in playing free safety a lot whenever K5, Kyron's playing offense. Our Jay Frazier is, starting cornerback. That's just, it doesn't matter who he plays against. A very solid, plays really well. Trey Williams, our defending
reigning player of the game,
reigning player of the game from last week. Block punt, forced fumble, and a great PBU. Talked about Kyron Griffin on the offense, but will also be your usually starting free safety. Gary Boatman's defensive lineman has done really well, stepped up this year, and then Jay Spikes, another defensive lineman that has been our Express Pros lineman of the week early in the season.
Look, here's what I'm seeing, Nick, is that defensive ball may only be allowing 6 points a game, but they're very stingy with that Player of the Game award, too.
Yes, they are, for sure. Yeah, that, and the great thing about it is, we knew coming into it that there was, we replaced a lot of people on offense. So you needed the defense to step up and really, really give you an opportunity, early part of the season. But now it's going to, now that the offense is starting to click, start to figure some things out, it's really going to be, complimentary, this district season.
Indeed it is. So we're looking forward to a big one from all of those guys. So we're going to take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we will have our Louisiana Athletic Club, easy for me to say, Louisiana Athletic Club keys to the game. Nick's been on fire with that. We'll see what he continues. This is a big one. I've got my idea of what some of the keys to the game are, and I haven't been privy to this information, so I'm going to hear about it just as soon as you do. We appreciate you joining us on here. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll get into our Louisiana Athletic Club keys to the game. We'll hear from some thoughts on what they need to do to get into this, what the flow of it is. We'll do all of that when we come back. You are watching As Trojan Football. It's brought to you by your Kubota dealers of Louisiana on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
And we are back high above Don Chow's Field here in West Monroe, Louisiana, and it is time for the often imitated and never duplicated Louisiana Athletic Club keys to the game. Nick, pressure is all on you, my man. Take it away.
Yeah, first with the offense, make every possession count. This West Monroe team, they can drag out a possession, 10, 15 plays if our defense allows them to. So we need to make sure that we don't have any 3 and out, and that we keep the ball, keep possession, and making every one of them, like we talked about earlier, as long as they end up in a kick, a punt. We obviously want the extra point.
Right. So conversely to that, a key to the game for West Monroe is limit possessions.
For sure.
They want to come in and they again we've likened them just to like a lot of teams that run that offense from them as an MMA fighter that wants it. They're content to go up 2-0 on a safety and choke the life out of you the rest of the way. So they want to limit possessions.
That's right. And on defense, secondary. And, of course, a lot of people are going to say, oh, they run the ball. Your secondary has to be sound and tackling. They have to help with run support, but they also have to be patient and be alert, make sure that they don't get lulled in and have that pop over the top. The one thing that they've done this year on film, they've had a few over the top where they've had big completions over top, but they've also busted long runs.
Right.
Okay, so now that's the thing about it. So when you're talking about you play against a running team, yes, that front seven is going to be important. But I think tonight, and I think a little different, obviously, but I think tonight that secondary is going to be very important because they have to tackle. And if they don't tackle, okay, then it's going to be a long night for these Trojans.
You go back and look at that game against Destrehan in week 3, I believe it was. That was pretty much on par for the course as well, and they stood up to that test.
Yes, for sure. And then number 3 overall for the Hoover team, manage the environment. A lot of these guys, most of our guys are juniors that are starting. This is my 3rd year with the broadcast, Doug. I've never been up here for a football game. So a lot of these guys haven't either. They've played JV, they've played freshman, but they haven't been here on a Friday night. So manage the environment. Coach Bachman talked about it last night. He said it's still one of the best environments in high school football. So if we can manage the environment, and like we've talked about in the past, if they could utilize the energy that the crowd, the crowd feeds them, even if it's the opposing team. But boy, if they build off of that and keep that energy level and keep that confidence, I look forward to a big night.
You talk about the environment here. I'm going to get Matthew to pan around. You can see in the top left-hand corner of the screen, that is that West Monroe water tower. And they're proud of their Rebels. It adorns that. But if you start going to the right now and make your way all the way around, you see Don Show's Field, and it's going to end up on that big sign that hosts their national championships, their state championships. There it is. He's getting a look in it. And Coach Bachman, in the first time that he was here with some of these guys a few years ago, would look up there and he'd say, you see those state runner-ups? That's when Evangel beat him, when he was there with them. So you can come in here and you can take care of that. So you've got to manage this environment. Look, they're West Monroe till they're not West Monroe anymore. This is a team that rolled off, 100-plus consecutive district wins on there. Do you know who the team is with the longest district winning record right now?
No.
It's the Ash Trojans with 5 from last year. So there you have it.
So we talked about it, and he was talking about it as well. One of the things we didn't mention was the fact that they had their senior night for some of their spirit squads.
Yep.
So that changed the pregame routine, but he knew about it in advance, and man, with that coaching staff, I'm pretty sure they've made the adjustments.
And that's how many people are here and part of these programs, Nick. They had to split their senior nights up over 2 or 3 nights.
Yeah. Okay, so I turned the ambiance mic on so we can hear. All right. Now, my wife's a big Phil Collins fan.
All right.
But tell me the significance of this song, because I don't think I've ever heard Phil Collins being a significant song for football.
Okay,
tell me the significance of this.
So here's the idea of it, too. It's great. I can feel it coming into the air tonight. That's great. But the theory of the song does not relate to a special moment on there, too. If you listen to the words of the song, he's been waiting for a night that comes after some disaster to his wife on there. So anyway, but no, that's just the idea, is that they don't get to that part of the song, too. And our coaches are making it up here. That means that it is showtime up here in the press box, ready to get this thing going. But it's just really cool because you have the doo-doo, 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 the drum thing. That's my best approach at the drum thing. So anyway, that's the idea behind that, is that, hey, feel it, and it's It's just what they do.
Yeah, like I said, I can't say I've ever seen it, as a football.
Because Enter the Sandman was taken, and you'll see them. They'll come. Not only will they run through this tunnel, but they'll run over and come out of the banner that's on there as well. And I like to see that the Trojans are waiting and hanging around and staying in their zone before they grab their lunch boxes, punch their tickets, and get out on the field and take care of some business tonight.
I know one thing. I'm grateful that both coaching staffs have gone with uniforms that we could see the numbers very, very easily. Don't have to take out the binoculars, so I'm grateful for that as well. The simple things for the broadcast crew, right?
Yeah, look, it doesn't take much on there. But we were down at the other end zone, and the big Jumbotron that's down there. See, Nick, this is the part of what you talk. And Coach Bachman purposefully has them out of the way before all of this. Boy, you take a look down to your left, you can see as our camera moves down there, and we'll capture the Trojans coming in, because the pomp and the circumstances is about the purple and gold, and that's what the matter is. Boy, they're led out by X and Jay Frazier, and they are loading up behind that banner and taking all of the noise out of this place. This crowd is fired up. This team is fired up, Nick, and we can definitely feel it in the air tonight. There's no doubt about it.
Another thing that's different over here, Doug, is the West Monroe band is on our side.
Yep, so they bring the band in, they bring the student section down on the end, and then the palm line is down in the corner too. But enough of that. Here come your Ash Trojans. I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of atmosphere in this place tonight. And one of your keys to the game that didn't make the keys to the game is you're trying to take the other crowd out of the game.
Yeah. And like I said, I think what you could do is you can build off of that energy that home crowd gives, okay? Because once you make a play and it gets very quiet, they talk about that at Tiger Stadium. They said there's nothing worse than Tiger Stadium is whenever the away team makes a big play and you hear that one section on the southeast end zone part of the field, and boy, when they start cheering, and that's what I would like. I'd like for there to be a lot more cheers over here than on that side tonight.
You're exactly right. So because we're opposite, we can hear them over here, so that's what the idea of it is. Before we get going, big shout out to Coach Dan Chrisman and those Tioga Indians. They go 1-0 in district, and a big 59-36 win. Case Malone, 300 yards, 5 touchdowns on the night. And I don't know if Billy and Coach Scully had voices left after last night.
Well, I was very impressed they had voices left from the week before, because that Gina game, that was a great call they had, and it was a great game. But and it was fun to watch.
Boy, Coach Bachman is as emotional as I've seen, hugging up on the captains down there. And you'll see, look at the line of Rebels that are out there. If you think West Monroe football is down, the numbers don't say that.
No, they have a lot of a lot of the numbers going into the 40s. They have they have duplicates for offense and defense, and it might be a little confusing at first for us, but
we guarantee you we will have the numbers and names of our guys correctly on there. And for those around the state that are watching this game of the week, we appreciate you tuning in on this. They're going through their final coin toss, and there's a look at our buddy Big Zig that is making his way out to midfield. Big Zig Photography. That's great to see him out there. Captains tonight, Nick, can you give us a heads up on who's coming out?
Yeah, it looks like, well, I'll tell you, I'm going to go ahead and say ours real quick. Left to right, Grayson Thibodeau, number 84. Ethan Richard, number 92. Trey Williams, number 9. Number 9. And then Xavier White.
That's Jay.
Is that Jay Frazier?
That's
okay,
Jay
I'm sorry.
Frazier
Jay Frazier, 21, yeah. And then Xavier White.
Well, for a minute, if you're looking at them on the screen, on the bottom of your screen, you almost don't even know that anybody's out there besides Thibodeau and Richard and X, because it drops off a little bit.
So I appreciate you covering that for me. And then it looks like we have 77 from left to right. So 77 for the Rebels. It looks like Talon George. Looks like number 3, which is Kavon Mitchell, starting wide receiver. Number 4 is Brody Thurman, defensive lineman, and then number 26 looks like their special teams captain is Talon Harrison.
Well, they will be led tonight at quarterback by number 12, Brady Gio. Gio is the 5'11", 184-pound junior, plays on the baseball team for him as well, and he's scrappy. He's a ball player, and that's who you'll see. But their running back, Ponte, you'll hear that a lot tonight, Nick.
Yeah, number 22. We talked, Coach Bachman and I talked a little bit last night about it. He kind of reminded me of Jacob Hester. Keeps his feet moving, gets behind the line. I never understood how a running back that big can hide behind an offensive line, but he does, and he's very patient. So we have to make sure we keep an eye on him.
Coin toss is up. We'll see what, of course, the Trojans will call it. We'll see what goes on. Boy, it's deathly quiet in here, too, isn't it? I feel like I'm in the library. Isn't that the place where all the books were?
Next time I'm going to wait so when they walk out so I can get Jay's number and not call him Trey.
That's right. Look, we call Trey so much during the game. There you see the inside of it there. Looks like the
Doug, you could hear a
Trojans,
pin drop.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
In a place that was just electric moments ago. The Trojans have, well, let's see. It looks like, I feel like I'm covering golf now. West Monroe has won the toss, and they've elected to defer, and we'll get things going. Trojans will receive the football, and the big matchup that we talked about is the Ash defense against the West Monroe offense. This kind of flips that around. You can't, I mean, if you ask Coach Bachman about it, he doesn't like to go down that path with it. He said, look, it's West Monroe against there. There are several different factions that go on this, and he's 100% correct.
A little bit of totals last week just from, and I know it was against Manny, who's had a little off season, but Manny ran 27 plays last week, had 23 yards.
We're going to turn it over to our public address announcer here for the pregame festivities with our prayer and our anthem. We'll be right back.
Presenting the colors tonight are senior members of the West Monroe High School, Louisiana 61st Cadet Squadron Falcon Honor Guard. Presenting the American flag and commanding is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Mia Jenkins. Presenting the Louisiana flag is Cadet Airman Dakota Bishop. Presenting the West Monroe High School flag is Cadet Second Lieutenant Harley Howard Watson. Presenting the Air Force flag is Cadet Staff Sergeant Braxton Johnson. Presenting the Army flag is Cadet Captain Callie Lazione. Presenting the Marine flag is Cadet Captain Lirio Vining. Presenting the Navy flag is Cadet Captain Riley Garr. Presenting the Space Force flag is Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Christopher Williamson. Presenting the Coast Guard flag is Cadet Senior Airman Sayudi Crooker. The Rifle Guards are Cadet Captain Caden Hartley and Cadet Major Jackson Crocker. We'd also like to direct your attention to the East End Zone, where the POW MIA flag was posted in accordance with federal code during an earlier ceremony. May we never forget all the fallen soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and those who have not yet returned from battle while serving this great nation. Tonight's invocation is being given by Fellowship of Christian Students member Kendall Bennett.
Please bow your head. Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day and allowing us to be here with one another. I pray over every player's safety tonight, as well as dancers, cheerleaders, and fans. Lord, that good sportsmanship is shown throughout the stadium, both on and off the field. Lord, I pray that every player goes out there tonight with their heads held high, knowing that their worth and identity is found within you. Thank you, Lord, for showing us love and kindness, and most importantly, thank you for dying on the cross for our sins. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
And now, to honor America, please join in singing our national anthem, played by the Rebel Band.
As always, a tremendous rendition of our national anthem from the West Monroe band here. The West Monroe support groups and everybody has just always been so fantastic. A lot of folks jumping on tonight. Let us hear from you in the comments. We'll be watching the YouTube side of it tonight. So A.J. Smith is calling a Z9 pick with a big return on there. Quincy McKinney watching and supporting from Orlando, and Kai Heath, go Trojans. Good to hear from you, Kai, on there. Look, this is one of those things that is just why you play the games. It's that type of atmosphere. I look over on the far side, you see a lot of people filing in. Not a lot of folks in that West Monroe side, but they'll make their way in there about mid-quarter because parking and all of that, as you can see, folks just filing in.
Yeah, it almost makes you wonder if the size of the stadium kind of diminishes how large the crowd is, because it was really kind of deceptive. That seemed like a big crowd, but when you look at the empty seats, it doesn't look like it.
Kyron Griffin and Jay Frazier back deep to receive. Again, touchbacks for this kicker. Both of these kickers tonight are weapons. The young man from West Monroe can put it deep. He can kick it side to side directionally. He can do what he wants to.
Yeah, another weapon. I think it's Davis Long, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see whenever he turns. I think it's number 14.
Billy French joining us and watching. He says, go Trojans, all the way from Tioga. Again, big congratulations to the Tioga Indians. They moved to 5-1. Just that week 1 loss to Sterlington, but they are rolling behind Kervin Johnson, Case Malone, those offensive and defensive lines. But it is time. All of the pomp and all of the circumstances out of the way. The sun starts to set behind the trees here, behind the water tower in that West Monroe sky, and we are underway in this one.
Correction, Doug, it's Hunter Fox, number 17, is the kicker.
All right. Well, now Hunter Fox makes his way to it, and now we are underway, and that one is going to find its way back to Jay Frazier at the 1. Jay gathers us in there, crosses the 10. Trying to get up the middle. He's going to get hit and hit hard at the 19-yard line, and that's one of those slobber knockers early on in this game.
Where's Coach Ernie when you need him?
Right. That will bring Carson Sellers and this Ash Trojan offense out onto the field. Well, they've got that Jumbotron here, and Jay just took a big lick on that one when you see it again. Again, you'll keep up with the scores on our Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard along the bottom. You can see our score up top on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. We are broadcasting live from the Trios press box, and that's about all that I can work in. Carson Sellers now has Kaysen flanked off to his right. 3 receivers to the near side, back to pass now. He's seeing something over the top. It's covered up. He's going to drop the ball and have to fall on it. Boy, he had a lot of room to run, and ball just comes out carrying it out in one hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, he, like I said, he was looking to see what Hayden was going to do on this side, and ends up fumbling the ball. But fortunately, he fell on it. It's like a loss of, wow, okay, they could stop going back that far.
Yeah,
loss of 8.
He loses 8 yards, so 2nd down and 18, not the start that you wanted at all. Aaron Gott says hello. Rolling the other way. Now there's a little dump off to Thibodeau out of the backfield, and that ball is loose but down. And West Monroe defense is fired up, Nick.
Yeah, a little bootleg there. Looks like a gain of 1 there on that.
So 3rd down and 17, and boy, you don't need to kick it out of your end zone either here. You've got to get some big yardage out of this. Watch for a little Kaysen Williams run, or maybe that wide receiver screen. Kyron there is in the slot, it looks like.
Yes.
Fontenot next to him. Back to pass, and there comes that little screen, and it's caught by Fontenot. Fontenot's going to rumble out to the 20-yard line. Ball is on the ground, fumbled forward, and that's the 2nd fumble by the Trojans, and it looks like West Monroe has that. They're going to be deep in Trojan territory.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about. You couldn't let happen, but let's see how this stingy Trojan defense, makes up for it.
Look, this is the reason you defer, because you want to come out here and put some work on there, and they did just that. 2 fumbles out of 3 plays one lost on that one. And West Monroe will take over first down and 10 from the Trojan 25-yard line.
Yeah, and you hear the Trojans crowd, trying to pump up the Trojan defense, and looks like Bayon, Hobbs, and Richard across the front. Phoenix is going to be on this left end.
Brady Guillot and company will get going in that deep I formation. One man back there is Ponte, and boy, you can see the 5'9", 222-pound frame. Quick snap throw over to the right side, left side. Got to tackle him. Boy, there's a big hit out of bounds after a pickup of about 5 on that one.
Yeah, Jay slowed him down, then Kyron Griffin come over to finish him off. So good work there by Kyron getting over there from that safety position. I think it's kind of been reversed, Doug. I thought Trojans would have come out with a little bit of run and play, and I didn't know that West Monroe would pass.
Well, it's that's why you plan, and then you switch things up, and nobody knows what's going on. Trojan crowd making some noise in here on 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4, have to get to the 15-yard line. Guillot's got it. Handoff goes to Ponte up the middle. He sidesteps, and he's going to have the ball out to the 15-yard line. Going to be about a yard shy of the first. It'll be 3rd down and perhaps, or maybe that's a 1st down. So we got right to the line, which was the line to gain. Bryson Phoenix, it looks like, was in on that tackle.
Yeah,
Nick.
Bryson, Jayton was there. Jayton was low, Bryson was high, and good to see Jayton step into that, because I did think initially that he might pop that one to that left corner.
Getting a good look at it. 1st down and 10. Guillot trying to run a little bit of a check with me, it looks like. That Trojan defense stepping in. Handoff goes to Ponte off to the left side. He continues to ramble around, and he's going to pick up 5 or 6. Well, you give him a short field and the ability to grind it out a little bit, and they're now inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, another tackle there by Jayton Terry to touchdown saving tackle for Terry there on Ponte. And then see, Doug, that's what he does. He just kind of disappears behind that line, and then he finds that hole. And
back to work we go. 2nd down and 3. Handoff again. Why not just pound the ball up the middle? And they do, and continuing to churn those legs a la Jacob Hester that you talked about earlier. And that's the 2nd 1st down for West Monroe.
Yeah, Carrick Gaines there has him low. He did hold on to slow him down a little bit, but he got another 3 yards after the first contact.
Absolutely not the start that you wanted for the Trojans tonight, as you have them on a 3 and out and a fumble. Didn't even get to give West Monroe a long field. This drive started at the 25-yard line, is now knocking on the door at 1st and goal from the 2. Back in the shotgun this time. And it's going to be over to the far side. Ponte, that one was read well, and that defensive penetration off the right side was so solid.
Yeah, glad they didn't listen to me.
You saw X and Carrick Gaines in on that one.
Yeah, Bryson came up excited as well, so he had a little bit to do with that. But
keep up with the scores around. It is the Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard across the bottom of the field, or that you see on the bottom of your screen. 2nd down and goal. They give them a loss of a yard, so make it back to the about the 3.5-yard line is what it looks like.
Doug, I would watch for Guillot keeping it this time.
He's going to go off to the far side. Here comes that penetration, but Guillot able to slip out of it, dive into the end zone, and a touchdown for West Monroe. Brady Guillot.
Yeah, that's definitely not the start you want, but you know what? It's a long game. We're just a few minutes into it, 4 minutes into it, so see if this Trojan offense can bounce back.
7-0. Grant takes the lead over Peabody early on that one. Here it is 7-0 West Monroe. We're going to wait for the extra point that is pending. Sorry, it's 6-0 pending this PAT, but pretty solid kicker back there.
Yeah.
Snap is back. Kick is up, and it is good. It's never, you saw Trey Williams very close to that one again, my friend. Going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. West Monroe strikes first. They lead it 7-0. We'll be back right after this.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
And, Coach, you guys make the... Let's see how that got out. Let's get away from there. You go. We are back to work here. That was a little shot of last night. 8:02. We'll see if the Trojans are able to get things going offensively here. Defense was shorthanded, but I did like to see the way that they rose up a little bit. But Brady Gio, keep an eye on him. That kick is high. It looks like it'll be shy of the goal line again, where it's gathered in at the 5 now. 10 coming to this side by K5. And Kyron Griffin down. Going to be a penalty, and things getting a little choppy. And there's another push. So just depending on who they call it on.
Yeah. We have the distance if it's on us, so hopefully it's not.
Yeah, Trojans don't need to go backwards any. We'll zoom in there, but the way they're, look like he's calling it on both, perhaps. Although he's going over to look at that West Monroe sideline. Now, you did see the push at the end of it.
Yeah, the flag was thrown before that.
Holding on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
So the Trojans will be back in the shadow of their own goal line once again, Nick. And this is a reminiscent of some of those fast starts that West Monroe has got off to before. The Trojans, this is a crucial drive for them here. And I know it's early in this ball game, but you cannot get where they can just lean on you.
Yeah, that penalty must look like it was at the 16-yard line. So to bring them back to the 8, half the distance, and
you got your backs right there at the student section too.
Yeah, we need to just calm down and play the game.
Sellers in at quarterback. He's got flanked to the left side is Kason Williams. His grandma is watching this one tonight, so welcome to her. Now they'll come in a little motion from the outside. Trying to get there is K5. Griffin to the corner. Griffin to the 25-30 and driven out of bounds. And boy, you bring the man in motion and then you just turn again. Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah, looks like they call him out of bounds at the 40, so 32-yard run there for K5.
Such a tremendous play call there. Sellers and company up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Here comes motion once again. Griffin settles in on that same play. This time, Sellers pulls it. He's trying to get away. Just has to throw this one off balance and does get that one away. But, man, he was pressured mightily.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that play. I'd like for him to put it in front of Kaysen there, but even though it was a throwaway. But looks like Cameron Smiley, senior linebacker, number 46, with the pressure on Carson.
They'll go 2nd down and 10 from the 40-yard line, needing to get to midfield to move the chains. Handoff is going to go to Kaysen. Kaysen bounces this one out to the near side, cuts back inside. Going to be brought down by the back of his jersey. It'll be 3rd down and short, and that's just a muscle run by Kason Williams.
Yeah, 6-yard gain there. That's what I was thinking, Doug. I was thinking they might have come out trying to run the ball like they have this possession early, but
Gaines McKenzie comes in. Hayden Burford comes in as Griffin comes off of the field. Thibodeau is in there, so you got a couple of tight ends. And look at you're within 5 yards of the box. You've got all 11 players for West Monroe on that defense. There goes motion from Burford. Rolling that direction. Now they'll kick it back to a wide open Grayson Thibodeau to the 50. Now 40. Thibodeau down to the 30. Need a block and they get it. Thibodeau to the house. Touchdown Grayson Thibodeau. Touchdown Trojans.
Yeah, 50, looks like 53-yard screen there, tight end screen from Carson Sellers to Thibodeau, and man, it was wide open, and great block by Carter Rivette.
How do you handle the pressure?
Yeah.
You go away from it, and they just did that. They motion that side, they roll that side, throw back to Thibodeau. What a beautiful play.
Yeah, and looking at his season stats, Doug, that is his first catch from that's his first catch of the season.
Trojans with an opportunity to tie this up. Eli Fong facing that big Jumbotron that's there. Boy, what a block downfield by Rivette. My goodness. Snap back, hold is there, kick is up, and it is good. 7-7. We'll talk about it when we come back. You're watching Ash Trojan football on 446 Sports.
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at louisianaathleticlub.com.
And back to work we go here. Don Shaw's Field, West Monroe, Louisiana. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Of course, KP on the sideline. We'll talk to Coach Bachman at halftime. And Matthew Magnano is keeping up with the scoreboard and running the camera for us tonight and doing a yeoman's work. So we appreciate both Magnanos doing what they do tonight. Eli Fong will set the ball down. Well, we saw him kicking earlier, and he was doing a great job today.
Yeah. He hit a 50 in warm-up.
Yep, I saw that. Set to put a foot into this one, and the Trojan fans are definitely on their feet and loud. They know how to cheer in a ball game. That one is kicked. It's going to be short of the goal line. I'm sorry, short of the B in the end zone is where it's going to go, and that'll be a touchback. And, boy, that's just what you got to have.
Yeah, and sorry, Doug, I was talking during the play. I was telling Carter to turn like I'm on the sideline and he could hear me. But
we'll have that clip, because if he doesn't turn, then that play comes back because he's flagged.
Yeah, and then the good thing about it is, once again, he turned and he made slight contact. It wasn't a blindside block or anything, and just a great run there and great pitch from Carson.
But it wasn't made here. It was 25 yards down the field.
So,
1st and 10 for West Monroe. Gio and company. Looks like a new running back in there with Gio.
Yeah, it's number 7.
Snap is there. He's going to get it going. Nope. To the far side. And, boy, there's that stout Trojan defense we talked about.
Yeah, Peyton Hobbs there, of course. It took by on them to turn it inside, and then Peyton was there to finish him off. So good work there by that defensive front. This is number 7. The running back is Kadarian McNeil.
There you go, McNeil there with Gio, and looking for a big night out of Hobbs tonight, too. He thrives in games like this. Gio calls for it back to, there's that quick pass. Again, a little bit of a hold back in the backfield, but that's not called.
There it is, there it is.
All right, they're going to call it back in the back. It was. You saw when you get twisted around, and K5 looked like that's what happened to him, Nick.
Yeah, I know for sure. He was held, and what's crazy is I don't even know if it really helped that much where the ball was thrown initially, but I'm a little nervous that they took so long to call it, but they did call it.
A couple of scores for you around the way. Oakdale on top of Menard on homecoming. That game is 14-0. Grant up 7-0 in the first quarter. Here we're knotted at 7. Let's go down as they'll back this one up. And now you talk about flipping the field and getting some momentum. Let's go downstairs.
Yeah, good work there for sure by this defense. And like I said, the offense stepping up that second series.
They'll repeat second down here. Look for West Monroe to try to just bust a big run and make a third down manageable. With 4 wideouts, this is one there's where Gio could run the ball. 6 minutes to go here in the first. Snap throw over to the side again, and that's where that area of holding has been. This time, fighting through it. And Nick, you're going to have to keep an eye on that tonight on those wide receivers holding on that little bit of a play that's there.
Carrick Gaines out of that apex position slowed him down, and and then Bryson Phoenix came and finished him off. Bryson kind of getting up, limping around a little bit. I think he's going to be okay.
3rd down and 19 at the 11-yard line. Gaines and Griffin back at the safety position. Frazier in there, so they go and back off and give some room on here. This crowd from Alexandria making a lot of noise. Snap is back. Gio has lots of time. Here comes a screen up the middle. Blown up right there at the 11. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Xavier White there whenever, and Peyton Hobbs. I mean, Xavier kind of, he had to wait for him to catch it before he could tackle him, but no, good work there by those two.
Look, once again, that money down is successful, just like a trip over to Sabine State Bank, proud sponsors of our player of the game for Ash and Menard. And now it is 4th down, punting from the end. And just a minute ago, the Trojans were backed up just like this.
Yeah.
They always seem to have a good punter up here.
See if I can get his number, Doug.
Snap is back. It's a little high. Here goes pressure. Griffin's got it in the end zone. Ball is recovered. Touchdown, Trojans. Griffin gets to that one. Didn't see who picked the ball up in the end zone, Nick. Did you?
No, Trey with the block. Griffin with the recovery.
Of course it was Trey with the block.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be? Big time work down there. His 3rd block of the season.
Yeah. Z9 with the block off this edge, and then
Look, there
Kyron
it is.
Griffin.
We get the luxury of seeing it on that big Jumbotron, but my goodness, what a big one. That is going to be another defensive special teams touchdown for the Trojans.
Doug, I'm gonna have to start putting that in my. I'm gonna have to start putting a section on my stat sheet for block punt.
Field position, momentum, and big-time work by the Trojans defense. Kick is up, and it is good. We'll be back to recap things. Trojans score 14 unanswered. We'll be back right after this on 446 Sports.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hall. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
We're back set to kick this thing off again. And Nick, the kick into the end zone, the penalty on the first play that set it back, and it was just that Trojan defense. And look, they survived that first punch in the face and have responded with 2 pretty good haymakers.
Yes, for sure. And McNeil and Mitchell back to return this. And like I said, Eli last had a
hit it about 2 yards deep last time. Eli set to put a foot into this and hammers this one. I think it's going to go a little bit further. And this time he angled it, but the same result. And that is 2 touchbacks on the evening for Eli Fung. Well, how about a Tire Discount Center drive recap there, Nick?
Is there?
That's right.
I mean, is there a recap as far as the drive? I mean, of course they were on the. I will say this: they were close. Without that holding penalty, I mean, they had a good gainer over here, but they held Kyron Griffin there to back them up 10 yards, and then boy, the rest is history with the stops that we had, and then once again Z9 as I call him, K9 as you call him, but his name is Trey Williams. Trey Williams with the block and Kyron Griffin.
Before we get any ugly messages,
yeah.
Gio and company back to receive, or back set to go. 1st down and 10 from the 20. Handoff goes to Ponte. No, Gio. Yep. Boy, that Ponte, when he hits the middle, just continues to roll.
I'm telling you, that run scares me more than the pitch or anything, because he's patient. He stays back there, and he sees that hole. He almost lets everybody play themselves out. It's just really weird, but that's an 8-yard gain or 7-yard gain for him.
A.J. Smith said earlier that they thought that the Z9 would have an INT and a big return. We'll take that block. That's 3 blocks now on the season. Special teams will get you paid. Snap is back. Handoff goes to Ponte once again, but that defensive line of the Trojans is Johnny on the spot, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Hobbs, I guess. Oh, no. I see Ethan Richard's got his head tilt back, so.
And Hobbs comes off.
So it might be on Richard or something that Richard was a part of here. And I think he might have been pushing him after the play. Like I said, he's lifted his hand up.
You can see Bachman all the way out at the numbers trying to get an idea on this.
Yeah.
So, and that's a good indicator down on the line, Nick.
Yeah, and the sad thing about it is that would have made it 3rd and 3 on a no gain there.
Look, folks, if you're watching this and you got the volume up, I recommend that you turn your volume down some in an excitable game like this.
Let's see what we have.
Let's go to the Whitehead.
After the play, personal foul, defense,
That'll drive you absolutely crazy when it's a post-play foul. And that'll get big Jaden Bayan back in there.
Yeah, we
didn't see anybody. Yeah, here comes Spikes off of the field now. He'll run off of there. And that resets the chains. First down and 10 from the 42-yard line for West Monroe.
Yeah, Quentin Price in for Hobbs since he lost his helmet.
Snap is back there. Here's that quick throw again. Got to come up and tackle. Runs out after a gain of about 6 or 7 on that play. So they're getting out in space, Nick, and just going after it.
Yeah, and they're athletic. You can see. I mean, he's an athletic young man. That's Mitchell, Kavion Mitchell, and it don't take much space for him to get 6-7 yards.
While you're here and watching us on YouTube, we invite you to hit that subscribe button. Gets our videos shown to a lot more folks around the way. We'll have highlights of all of this after tomorrow's action as we make the trip to Fort Worth. Here it is, 2nd down and 4. Here comes motion again from the inside, settling in as a slot receiver. Now Gio's going to pull and roll that way. He's getting pressured. Beautiful play out of the backfield, but even nicer tackle onto the far side. Open field tackles going to stop him maybe just shy.
Yeah, Trey Williams there on that.
Nope, they'll move the chains. Go ahead, Nick.
It's one of those plays and of course, defensive coordinator I'd like to talk to. Coach Scully would be a good one. I don't understand always how you've got your outside backer there who's, you see the quarterback is not quite starting to run yet, and they always have the tight end that slips out underneath. What's the play there?
First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Back in the old day, they'd call that the tight end waggle, just to get him right out of there as your check down. Motion from the wide receivers, and they'll get a timeout beforehand. 14-7, Trojans lead this one, but West Monroe marching. We'll be back right after this on 446 Sports. And we are back here at Don Shaw's Field, West Monroe Rebel Stadium, where the Trojans lead this one 14-7. Timeout on the field is what we're coming back from now. And, boy, Nick, this is just that big heavyweight fight that you talked about.
Yeah, for sure. And then, it's been misdirection play calls that have really separated this on both the offenses.
First down and 10 again from the 48-yard line as we reset things. Lone receiver to the far side, 2 H-backs. Gio calls for the ball. Ponte now has it off to the right side, banging around, continues to keep those legs going, and Jay Frazier brings him down, but not before a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, just very patient runner off this right side. Like I said, hides behind the H-back and the pulling guard, and all of a sudden it's 10, 12, 13 yards.
This is what we talked about in our pregame and on the show, is this run game and this methodical offense and this Trojan front seven, how long they can stay going on there. Motion goes to the other side. Play action. Nope, that's Ponte on the far side again. Boy, I'm going to tell you what, that's just big-time work in the backfield there.
Yeah, Carrick Gaines, strung it out, didn't let him turn up the field, and then K5 coming in with the tackle, but good work there by Carrick.
I tell you, Gio does such a good job of that play action and following out with that fake.
That's a disclosure to where if my son misses a play, that it's how good the quarterback is, right?
Look, I'm telling you, that's the 3rd time here in the first quarter that we've called it that way.
I did. I called one earlier too. So
they'll officially give him a loss of 4 on the play, make it 2nd down and 14, and the horns are up and going here from Rebel Stadium. Motion again. That's Ponte coming out. Gio now looking down the sideline. Got to turn, and K5's got to make a play, and he does. Knocks it away. And look, that defense steps up, and it is money down. 3rd down and 14 upcoming.
Yeah, and I'm sure West Monroe's probably going to try to get this, you know, get half of it or so, because they have a really good kicker that can you know, make it, but also it might put them in a position where they can go for it on 4th down if they get about half of it.
And what I think they were doing there is trying to get a play or a penalty too.
Watch the screen to Ponte.
Yep.
Watch the screen. They've done that a lot. They had really big plays against Catholic and North DeSoto.
Last screen they ran got blown up.
Yes, but this one, yeah.
So the Trojans have watched that film too, but you're right, keep an eye on it. Loud as I've ever heard it in here. Gio back to pass, throwing this one over the top, too tall to call, and it's 4th down. Boy, you throw it into double coverage too over there and high.
Yeah, well, that's exactly where you actually want West Monroe in that situation. And well, when Ponte went to block, when he stayed into block, that kind of gave us the numbers that we needed.
And that good kicker that you talked about comes out in the form of the punter, Hayden Burford. Will go back to the 9-10 yard line.
You know, one thing also, Doug, is they line Trey up all over the place on this.
Snap back, and he does get this one away. It's a good-looking little pooch kick that Burford's going to settle under the 13, and he is slammed down at the 11. That's just a great special teams tackle.
It is, but I'm grateful that he came up and actually made the play so it didn't roll inside the 10. So good work there by that young man.
And what tells you that is that ball hits and it comes towards you.
Yeah.
And it would have went, you're right, it would have been down inside the 1. So that's just huge as far as it comes to the change of possession on it.
Yeah.
Trojans again back deep in their own field, but they survived after that. Look, that was just a 25-yard drive that West Monroe scored on after the fumble. Looked like the Trojans have righted the ship. 28 seconds to go here in the first. Snap is back there. It's a toss to the near side. Kayson's got it. Kayson's going to be driven out of bounds, so they'll say run the clock, and that may, depending on if the Trojans go to work quickly.
2 yards off this outside here behind Burford and Fontenot.
You'll see Tyler Bowman get some action there at halftime. Noble Williams out for the foreseeable future, so we send our prayers to Noble. 6 and 5 and 4 on the game clock. We'll see if the Trojans able to get it off 2 and 1. They do, and the handoff is there up the middle. Should have held on to that one, but wanted to go a little bit tempo. But that does bring us to the end of the first quarter. Trojans lead this one 14-7 by way of a big, long drive, and then that blocked punt for a touchdown. K9 to Griffin gets that one. So Trey Williams on his 3rd block of the season, and the touchdown by Kyron Griffin. We'll be back right after this. Trojans facing 3rd down when we return.
Thanks to recent advancements in cataract care at Wallace Eye Associates, patients are actually excited about having their cataracts removed. That's because our team of doctors are now able to give cataract patients a whole new level of clear, natural vision. Schedule your cataract evaluation now before a new deductible is due in the new year. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
And we are back here getting ready as we have flipped the field. Trojans facing 3rd down, Nick, and about 7 on the play. 3rd down and 7, it looks like, from the 15-yard line. And this is one of those where you'll take that little throwback to Townsend that they had a little bit earlier. 3rd down and 7. The Jumbotron urging on the West Monroe crowd to make some noise. And here we go. Carson looking this way, and he just gets swallowed up. Big time work in the middle of the field, and that's going to be a sack and a loss of 5.
Yeah, looks like number 94. Yeah, 94 there for the Rebels. And we knew there was going to be this Jaden Clay, another senior. What did Coach Bachman say yesterday? They have 38 seniors?
48.
48
said,
seniors.
yeah.
A lot of rosters in this state don't even have 48 players.
Look, Eli Fung stands alone in the end zone. That is about the exact spot that the Trojans blocked a punt. Same end of the field, same everywhere. And they've got 10 men on the line looking like they're coming after it. Snap is back. Eli gets this under 2.5. Get it under 2.5, he said in the video. Fair catch called for and made at the 43-yard line. You remember that, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Get it out under 2.5, and Eli did a good job of getting that one away. West Monroe will take over in plus territory once again, looking to even the score on here. We've got 11-11 remaining in the second until halftime.
Yeah, the possession there, not what we wanted, but good punt by Eli to get him out of there. Just didn't quite turn over, so it kind of faded on him a little bit, but good work to get it out to where it was.
Time of possession starting to work on it a little bit. This West Monroe team has been out there a lot. Defensively, the Trojans, I don't know that they've been in a brawl like this, but they are responding with counter punches of their own. First down and 10, West Monroe from the 42-yard line. Snap is back. Play action this time. Here comes the pass over the top. Got a man, and it's incomplete. Throws it wrong shoulder. But I think he had to get it out because Phoenix was coming pretty quick.
Yeah, good pressure there by our defensive line. I was looking at Jayton, and I don't. He stumbled, but I don't know if it looked like he might have been a little hurt. But I think Jay Frazier's talking to him now. They're going to switch. I think, yeah, bringing him over here to this side. But he unfortunately was beat there because he stumbled on his turn.
Big shout out to Coach Ben McLaughlin and those LCU Wildcats. They are over in Fort Worth getting ready for their big game against Texas Wesleyan, but several Trojan alumni on that squad watching this one with interest. Snap is back. Gio fakes the other side. Now he gets swallowed up again, but here comes that screen, and that was a delayed screen, and that's going to go to the house.
Yeah.
5. Touchdown is there. Boy, a delayed screen.
There's a flag.
Yeah, they're calling it back. So it may be a downfield hold. Looks like they're pointing, Nick, what, around the 32 or 33-yard line?
Yeah, that flag's about the 35. So if they have it at the spot, 35.5. I don't like that they're talking so much about it. Coach OJ was telling his line, you got to get your hands. I mean, when you're Bion, you're 6'5", you know, and Bryson Phoenix, get your hands up, make it a little more difficult for the quarterback who's 6 foot tall. That's a lot of conversation here, considering
for a holding.
Yeah, and like I said, Kyron, I mean, he was pointing back this way, kind of like whenever Florida did that in our Jacoby.
Yes.
Jacoby was celebrating like, all right, boys, it's coming back.
Come on back.
He knew he was held. That's kind of what Kyron was doing, but.
Yeah, Jacobin Guillory and those guys have a big one tomorrow. South Carolina down in Baton Rouge. A lot of folks taking an opportunity to hit the Saints and the Tigers this weekend. And there you see the hold right around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Bachman's pointing to as the referee standing beside him, he's pointing.
Yeah, so that's all you got to look at.
There was a second flag. That's what it is, Doug. There was a second flag came up from the back, the field judge in the
question
Jumbotron.
will be the enforcement of these.
Yeah.
And we'll turn it over to the white hat here momentarily. John's favorite part of the game.
Yeah. Let's see here. They're coming over here to tell Coach Bachman what's going on.
Looks like money. Look at Hobbsy in the middle there.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. On the defense. Touchdown is good.
Wait, goodness.
That flag was thrown way before.
Boy, that is, how are you, goodness gracious. That's going to be a touchdown for West Monroe. So all of that talk was, well, I don't know what all that talk was. Needless to say, Bachman's saying, wait a minute, what about the hold that you had? If anything, you take the hold and back it up 10, and it's post-possession, you'll move it forward 15. And Coach Bachman is livid about this, just wanting the guys to get it straightened out.
But yeah, because you could see, where the flag was, and I mean, unless, you know, that flag was thrown from way But it was during the play. The flag was thrown during the play, Doug, so it couldn't be post-possession.
They're saying let's go back down to the white hat, or is he going to come over and talk to Coach Bachman?
Yeah.
But it's, the flag was thrown prior.
Watch right here. Watch. Okay? You'll see the flag come in. The flag comes in. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We're looking to jump. The flag's already thrown. I mean, you can see number 4. He sees the flag thrown. My
goodness, that turns into a touchdown following that one. And
this is now, Doug, 2.5 years. I've never seen Coach really talk to the referees like this. So obviously there was, so he usually takes it,
And the unfortunate thing about this is there's not going to be an opportunity where he goes, okay, that's right, after a head coach talks to him, because it'll be crazy on the far side as well.
Right. But I don't see how it was post-possession whenever the flag was thrown. He hadn't even crossed the goal line yet, right, and the flag's already on the ground. That's why we thought it was a hold.
And look, he's getting as animated as I've seen him now, Coach Bachman is. And, the official is giving a little bit of extended time to listen to this, too. So that lets you know that, well, perhaps this is pretty valuable. What a time for Kel Bonton to be out in that road to the Dome 2 that they're making. He's getting some good footage tonight here. We'll go. Look, yeah, this is not going to end up well for the Trojans at all. Mark that down at 7:40 on your Friday night.
Well, he's going to talk to his crew, Doug. So, I mean, maybe there is something. I know one thing. I don't like the fact that if they do keep that, that's 2 15-yard penalties on us already.
Yep, unsportsmanlike ones too.
Yep.
After the ball, after the play. Now they're talking things over again, and that's what you want to see. You want to see them just get it right. Now, we're not privy to the conversation or knowing what's going on, but that touchdown's going to stand.
Yeah.
And that is, that is an unfortunate turn of events there. Extra point away from tying this thing up is West Monroe following that big one-play drive. Delayed screen, take nothing away from the play. It was a great one. But my goodness.
Unless there's a hold.
Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. 14-14. We'll take a break and we'll be right back right after this.
Buying or selling a home is one of life's biggest decisions. At the LaLa Group, we believe it should also feel personal. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, our team walks with you every step of the way, bringing knowledge, care, and experience you can count on. I'm Trish LaLa. When you work with the LaLa Group, you're not just making a move, you're gaining a trusted partner. Our team is ready to help you buy, sell, or invest with confidence.
And we are back here, 14-14 in this one. And I would like to get a little bit clarification over this, and I just don't know it.
Well, Doug, they're kicking off from their 25, so that means the penalty was on them. They pointed at Ash. That means the penalty was on West Monroe.
Then the touchdown, how was the touchdown good? Unless they're saying it was unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
Yeah, but that flag was on.
But the flag was early.
That flag was on the ground before.
And so the penalty wasn't against the Trojans at all.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Oakdale goes up 20-0 now in this one. May pull that ambiance down a bit too, Nick.
Because you're all the way up almost.
That kick is there and caught at the 20. Coming up fast on that return to the 35. You're going to be hit hard there. It'll be first down and 10.
Yeah, Tyler Bowman on the return there. Coach's staff beside us was not happy. They must have seen something in that return that might have been a little bit bigger play.
Getting a call down from down on the sideline up here, said the terminology was that didn't know who the penalty on, but it was a penalty.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's not what he's going to want to hear at all. But, again, the penalty was against West Monroe.
Yeah.
That's what had Coach Bachman so mad, because the flag was clearly out. Hayden Burford settles into the slot to the near side alongside of Fontenot. Snap is back. Back to action. Trojans have it. Kaysen is going to be hit hard right after about a yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like Kaysen to turn that upfield a little bit faster. Price had a great, pull and block initially, and if he turns it upfield, may get a few more yards there.
Our first look at Trey Doherty. He is on the far side of Burford. Man coverage, tight coverage on Fontenot here. Handoff goes up to Kaysen up the middle. And after 2nd and 1, that's a couple of yard gain. And this Trojans are trying to work. And, Coach, we talked to several of the coaches, and they tell you that these 2- and 3-yard runs, that's what you turn into 6- and 7-yard runs in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
That's right. That's right.
But you have got to convert this 1st down and keep that defense on the sideline. Snap is there. Here comes pressure again. Sellers being just harassed all night long, and that'll be 4th down.
Yeah, they haven't given him any time.
And that's what made the Trojans so successful on that play that Thibodeau scored, as they went opposite with it.
Yeah.
Eli Fung will be back to punt this one away. Got a good one off the last time, but I'd like to see it here.
Kandarian McNeil is back.
Snap is back. Kick is up there and slipped down, and Eli takes a seat, but they're not going to call that one. It'll roll inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. You got to teach him to go down a little bit quicker.
Yeah, one thing Matthew mentioned in warm-ups when he was watching the kickers was the kickers slipped. Their plant foot slipped multiple times.
We saw that down here. That's correct.
So that's something they're going to have to keep an eye on.
20-0, Oakdale leads Menard in that one. So tough night early on.
Yeah, that's kind of a surprise.
We agree. One of the comments was, make it make sense. I can't. 9:42 here to go until halftime. Remember, with the deferred option, the Rebels will get the ball to start things off in the second half, but we've got a ton of football to go here before we even get to the break. 9:42 remaining in the second. Gio calls for the ball. Handoff is to Ponte off the right side, and he is taken down after a gain of maybe 2. It looks like they'll give him.
Yeah, Jayton Terry and looks like, Bryson Phoenix there for the tackles, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to lull you to sleep and try to pop one out. Well, we talked about the screen plays. I mean, that's something they're very effective at. Like I said, we blew up the first one, but obviously the second one, they took it to the house.
They gave him a yard on the play, officially make it 2nd down and 9. Here comes the horns. Here comes motion as well. Gio on the designed quarterback keeper is going to be stopped at the line, and he might get back to the original line of scrimmage. Big shout out to Connor Cook, Ash, class of 2020. Did a lot with the media too. Good dude there, Connor, checking in with us.
Yeah, big stop there by the center part of that defense. I mean, I could put marks on on about 6 or 8 different players there on the.
He got an 1/8 of a tackle. 3rd down and 9. Gio back in the shotgun here. We've only seen him under center a few times, mixing it up more than they ever have. He's got Ponte flanked off to the right. And remember, we talked about that screen. Now he comes out. 5 wideouts. Here comes pressure. It's picked up. That slant is thrown, and it's in and out of the hands. And that's going to be 4th down. Cashing in the money down here.
Yeah, I think that was kind of weird because it looked like Mitchell stopped. And I think the quarterback was expecting him to keep on this route. So I think he let him too much. But
so that's where pursuit got you in trouble.
Yeah.
Because they were both on the ball, and that ball gets tipped up in the air. That's one of those you'd like to see picked off. But again, West Monroe kicking from deep in their own territory. It looks like Burford at the 41-yard line. Snap is back there. Kick is away. It's high and going to be returnable. Burford's got it at the 43. He'll come to the 50. Trojans will start in plus territory before he is hammered out of bounds. But that's a good return.
Yeah, good work there by Hayden. Zach Robinson from linebacker, junior linebacker, number 18 from West Monroe with the tackle. But a great field position here for your Trojans.
Indeed it is. They'll start, and this is probably their best starting field position on a drive, actually. They had that 0-play blocked punt for a touchdown, so I don't guess you count that as a drive. 8:07 remains until halftime. Doug Gann with 446 Sports alongside of Nick Magnano. KP is on the sidelines, and we'll hear from Coach Bachman, and Matthew Magnano is taking care of the camera and the scoreboard for you. And we're underway, first down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Carson with a lot of time now. He's going over the top to Fontenot, banging around, and there's got to be a flag come out in that one. And there doesn't.
You know what has to happen there, Doug? Alex has to stop.
Yep, and he's got to get knocked down.
He has to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, if he doesn't stop, then, you know, then he's not. I mean, that's face guard, and he never turned around. And, yes, it is a PI. It's a defensive PI. But if he stops and gets run over, then because you knew the ball was short.
Yep, and understand we're not complaining about any officiating. Those guys do great work on there, but that one was right out there in the middle of everything. Sellers needed to put a little more on top of it. There's Kaysen. Kaysen banging around. He's near the 40-yard line, and he'll be brought down but shy of the first down by about 3 yards. Good 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, good work there by him. And like I said, the internal part of that offensive line, De La Cerda and Everett and Price, and makes it 3rd and short, which now the playbook's wide open.
Because you've got 2 plays to get
That's
it.
right.
You're not punting from here.
Kyron's in, Doug.
Kyron is over there with Alex Fontenot and Hayden Burford. Thibodeau is the tight end to this side. Snap is back there. Quick little hitter over the middle, complete. To Griffin's got it. Griffin slips through. Griffin now 20. You're not going to get K5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Kyron Griffin. Touchdown, Trojans.
Tell you what, Doug, it looked like he slowed down. He needs to. He needs to get on that horse a little bit more towards the end there. Maybe I'm wrong.
He was getting drugged through the mud.
No, I'm talking about he was slowing down. I think he had it. He thought he was free. Either that or that DB that caught him was flying.
Look, you can get a look at it here, and look, he is. You see the speed that comes in. That's one of those that almost gets slapped out of your hand out near the goal line.
Oh, yeah, that was very, very scary.
Second touchdown of the day for Kyron Griffin. He had the punt recovered for the touchdown, and he gets this one here. Snap back, kick up. It is good. 21-14. Trojans lead it with 7:12 until halftime. We'll be back right after this.
Thanks to recent advancements in cataract care at Wallace Eye Associates, patients are actually excited about having their cataracts removed. That's because our team of doctors are now able to give cataract patients a whole new level of clear, natural vision. Schedule your cataract evaluation now before a new deductible is due in the new year. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We are back here to West Monroe Rebel Stadium. Trojans have struck again here. It's 21-14 now. They lead it in this one. Remember, the only loss of the season to West Monroe is from a high-flying North DeSoto team. They beat a very, very good perennial state champion in Catholic of Baton Rouge already this season. Eli has 2 touchbacks on the day, set to put a foot into another one. Low liner is going to check up around the 3 and bounce up. Got to be careful of that, not setting up the wall.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, coming to the near side. Eli's going to have to get, what work by Raymond Harris.
Yes.
To go in there and just hang on. Looked like he was skiing.
Yeah, that's the, you know, Doug, they're not going to, they're a finesse. They're a real physical team and everything, but they have 3 or 4 players that could change a game.
That's correct.
That
And
can
that's one of
absolutely
them.
change a game, and he's one of them for sure.
Menard gets on the board. It's 20-8 in that one. Peabody has taken a second quarter lead over Grant, 21-14. And, boy, the Trojans doing everything that they need to in this game. Save for a couple of quirky little plays, Nick,
Yes.
that have made touchdowns. Snap is back. Ponte's got it up the middle, and he's grinding away the yards there.
Yeah,
6:56 to go. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, he falls forward for 4 yards there with Bryson and Ethan.
Yep, Ethan Richard is there. Bryson Phoenix. You see Jayton Terry in next to Trey Williams on this side. Griffin is patrolling around the safety spot, and they'll switch things over. And Frazier staying man-to-man on his guy, number 11. Second down and 7 for the Rebels. They bring motion to the inside here. It's a handoff. Ball was bobbled around, but he secured that, and that's the young man, Nick, that brought that big kick return back.
Yeah, that's, if I'm not mistaken, Mitchell again. Yeah, no, McNeil, excuse me.
Yep, McNeil had it.
Yeah, McNeil's 7, Mitchell's 3, and that's 2 of them. Mitchell's the one that actually took the screenplay in for the touchdown, if I'm not mistaken.
Just a football inside of Trojan territory on third down. We'll see if they're able to cash in on this money down.
They haven't been as effective without Ponte in there, just my opinion, so far this half.
We are here in a very loud Trios press box in West Monroe, Louisiana, thanks to our friends at Trios. Here's that inside little check pass there. Got a tackle, and they do. It'll bring up fourth down. Good work on the far side of the field.
Trying to see who, yeah, that's Kyron Griffin.
Yep.
Great tackle there by him, but does make them, that's a decision you have to make, Doug. It's fourth and a long 3 here, and they're gonna
punt it away.
Now, I've not seen them with any fake punts, but I haven't watched every.
And look, they're on the sideline telling them, watch the fake, watch the fake, watch the fake. They come up and play this, but there's nobody back deep to receive this. Trojans are in coverage, and Burford's back there. He said, what do you mean we're covering? Snap is back, kick is away. It's high.
Get away from it.
Yeah, everybody should just come to the sideline, watch it roll. My goodness, keep going. That ball's down inside the 5 and the 4 and the 3-yard line is where the Trojans will have it. But again, you got to watch the fake on that. And
oh, good. My quarterback, one of my best friends growing up, mentioned that looks like there's some home cooking in this area. I appreciate Chris watching back home, and man, the memories. He's from South Central LA. He's a Woodworthian. So, but yeah, Chris was our starting quarterback, and unfortunate for Chris, a lot of the talent had left before his senior year, and but he still had a great year in 1994.
Yeah, when you get off the bus, you know you've got to be ready to play up here. Sellers is in the end zone. You have to watch for a penalty in the end zone, too. Handoff is there. Good piece of running now, trying to get to the side. Coming around his case and banging out to the 14, and that's going to be a first down for the Trojans, and they'll go tempo here with 4:46 to go in the first.
Yeah, we'll take that 11-yard pickup there on first down to get us some breathing room for sure.
We'll take 8 more of those right here in the final 4:46 of the half. Sellers now with Case and Williams in the backfield with him. That's Fontenot in man coverage again to the near side. I like that matchup. Sellers calls for it again. The handoff, I don't disregard that matchup either. Case is banging around out to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be back-to-back first downs for the Trojans.
Yeah, we'll give them 13 on that one, Doug. And the patience there, what do we have?
4:18 going. We'll see.
West Monroe player down.
West Monroe player is injured on that. And we'll take this opportunity, Nick, to tell you to join us at 8 a.m. in the morning. Marshall Leffler will host the Red River Roundup. That is right here on 446 Sports. You'll be able to find it on X, you'll be able to find it on YouTube, and you'll be able to find it on Facebook. And they have a special guest coming up in the morning, from what I understand, right? It's our very own Nick Magnano.
I was fixing to say
that is joining us on there.
There's somebody that I don't know. Yeah, I'll be on mother-in-law duty watching my mother-in-law at the Grace race.
You said you're running in the Grace race, right?
No, I'm watching my mother-in-law make sure everything goes well.
There
yes, and then my wife Marlene, my sister-in-law Katie, and Cole, our nephew, they're going to be doing the 1 mile. So
how about our cameraman? Is he going to be running with you?
No, cameraman's going to be where cameraman opens up the cart barn at 6:30 tomorrow morning at Oak Wing or 5:30, excuse me, after this late night. But putting in the work.
6:30, we'll be picking up the van and heading over to Fort Worth to bring you LCU and Texas Wesleyan. That's a 4 o'clock game with Coach Ben McLaughlin and the LCU Wildcats receiving votes in this week's poll in the NAIA, so good work. Back to action we go. Sellers fakes the little snap throw. He's got to step up. He's going to have to escape that one and just throws that up into the stands. And, boy, that is good work of getting away from that because he had some blindside pressure coming.
Yeah, that was very good work. He was waiting on Griffin to pop open, and right when he did pop open, the pressure was just too much. So good work by him to not lose any yards. But talking about Marshall's show in the morning, I look forward to being on it and recapping this game and talking about 2-5A. But most importantly, they have done a great job with coverage across the state.
4:11 remains in this one. Handoff goes to Kaysen again. He's banging around, and that offensive line is just helping him grind away those legs. And it'll be 3rd down and short as we reach 4 minutes. A lot of whistles blowing there.
Yeah, good 6-yard run there. And I like the move. They have Jaden Everett, 72, in the right guard right now. He's a little bit, has a little bit more size than Clemens, but getting a good push on this right side.
Fontenot goes to the far side with Burford. Griffin is over there with him. Kyron Griffin settles in kind of inside slot. And boy, they're giving Alex a lot of room. You'd almost just quick hit him. Snap is there. Sellers out of the backfield. DeCason bobbling it around, and don't know that he would have had it anyway. That defense was closing on him pretty quick.
Yeah, I would have liked for him to have a chance to. But yeah, he was looking up the field and trying to see who he was going to beat before he called it.
Boy, that's one of those you'd almost like him to hit Fontenot right there and let Alex see what he could do, as his defender was about 5 yards off of him. 3:24 to go until halftime. Trojans back to punt for what is the 3rd time tonight, I believe, Nick?
Yeah, I think so, Doug, as well.
Snap back there to Fung. He's got to hurry and get it away, and does. Good kick. It's going to bounce and be picked up there by McNeil, and he's getting to the corner. Harris trying to chase him down and just pushes him out of bounds. Wow. So that's one of those that you're like, get away, run, run, run.
Man, I tell you, that was the first quick step. I mean, Jay Frazier was right there, and you don't see Jay, people run away from Jay like that. But good work by Raymond Harris again to, I'm going to say it was a touchdown save and pushing him out just like the tackle was on kickoff.
That's 2 big special teams plays for Raymond Harris. West Monroe will get this drive started from the 46-yard line. Their own Turlings Catholic up 43-0 at halftime over Rain. A lot of battles going on. That one is all Turlings Catholic there. Snap is back to Gio. Handoff to Pawnee up the middle. And he gets hit hard right at the end.
Yeah, they rolled up.
That's one of those. Yeah, that's one of those that'll hurt you a little bit. But
good to see 54 getting up there from West Monroe because they rolled on him. That's Hunter Turnbow. So good to see. No, I'm sorry. That's Chance Stites. Good to see him get up.
They've reached halftime at Menard. It is 20-8. Oakdale leads that at the break.
Bayon and Phoenix on the tackles there.
Gio's got it. He play action now, going to the right. Jumping the route again, and that ball is caught inbounds. And a first down is called. And so they'll hustle down, will this West Monroe team.
Yeah, sometimes you tip your hat. That was a great route, great coverage.
Great catch, great everything, yeah.
Ball put to where only the receiver could get to it.
Look, you're just going to make plays sometimes. Nick, as we're under 2.5 minutes to go, this is that time that you talked about. They do have a pretty solid kicker.
Yeah.
They, of course, want to get in the end zone, and that Trojan defense wants to keep them out.
Don't need to be Belichick, right?
Correct. There you go. Gio's got it. Handoff is made there to Ponte, and he is hit low and hit hard and taken down on good work by Jayton Terry.
Yeah, Jayton, they've had him on this. They've had him on the weak side because they haven't had anybody out here, and he's been very good on the run coverage for sure.
149 and counting here until halftime. West Monroe not in a big hurry. They certainly don't want to give it back to Ash with any time. It's 2nd down and 7 here. Ball rests at the 36-yard line. Line to gain is the 30 or the 29. Gio's got it. He's rolling to the right side. He's being pressured, but going over the middle. It's a one-on-one battle. K5 going up and knocking it down. Kyron Griffin taking care of business. Little smack talk going on at the end of it, but Griffin doesn't care about it.
You know, one thing that I really like and I appreciate about that play, Doug, he played the ball. Yes, a lot of times, yeah, you want the interception, okay? But you've seen so many times where the DB has gone to make that catch, and the ball pops up in the air, and the receiver's just there. So he made the play, and that was great.
Knocks it down, gets to the money down, and I'd like to see him score on an INT for a touchdown. That's the only way he hadn't scored.
That wouldn't hurt my feelings either.
3rd down and 7 we go. Line to gain is the 30-yard line. Money down. See if the Trojans cash in. Good pressure up the middle on that run blitz. And I mean, that blitz that was up the middle was just huge. You got to be careful and turn loose. There's a helmet that comes off of Richard.
Yeah, 77 there. You know, I mean, I think it's hands to the face. I don't think we'll see a replay on it. But I mean, and of course, he's the one that Richard was the one that got called for the personal foul after the play earlier.
All right, they'll run the clock here. 1:11 going. And Gio stays in there. He'll try to run around and probably it'd be a 53-yarder from here. He's going to run the clock down as much as he can. There's 28 seconds on the play clock, and he's staring at the one by the big sign. Turns around and comes up there. But this is a big 4th down play. May try to draw him off sides and get some yardage. Instead, Gio back to pass. Quick hitter is complete and going to be good for a 1st down out to the 26-yard line. You just go and settle inside the zone, and that's what he did.
Yeah. Like I said, we need a little more pressure there on that one because he had a little bit too much time. But you're right. They just found the open spot in the zone and set on.
42 seconds to go. Gio keeps this one on the play action, throws out to the right flat, and nearly a one-handed catch, but that's too tall to call.
Whew, that was...
He almost came down.
Man, he brings that down.
Right.
That was a lot closer than I thought. You know.
When you see the ball thrown,
yeah,
it looks like nobody's catching it. And he just elevates so much and gets that one. Yeah. We're nearing halftime. 32 seconds to go as the Rebels are comfortably in field goal range for sure.
That's their big receiver, Doug, Trez Davis, who's committed to Tulane, who has not been playing because of that hand. That you see the big bandage on his hand, which is probably why he went to try to make a one-handed catch.
That's probably why. And a timeout is called with 32 seconds. It stopped, and that's West Monroe that calls that one. We're going to take a break and be right back. You are watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
And we are back here, a very loud Don Show's field at Rebel Stadium. 32 seconds to go, 2nd down and 10 following that incompletion. Ponte comes to the near side. They drop it back off, and nearly picked off, but that's a catch right over the head, and you got to get him down. They're going to say that he's out of bounds at the 8-yard line, and my goodness, 9 seconds is what that took. if, and there's a whole lot of ifs, if that's picked, it goes to the house.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's one of those we said, if they don't catch it, is there a flag on the field?
Yeah, it must be, because their coach is going ballistic on their player.
If that's one of those post-possession taunts or unsportsmanlike conducts. But again, I dare not speculate.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the white hat and listen to this. If it's post-possession, they're just going to move it back anyway. And you see, that's a good indicator.
Yeah.
Let's see what the discussion is. I didn't get the call.
Yeah, it's unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah,
all right,
on
there you
number
have
4.
it.
So it was post-possession as well. I'll tell you what, you're right. Carrot Gaines, that was just over his fingertips.
That's right. But it was set up very well. A delayed play again. So they're getting a lot of time. They're getting a lot of it. Boy, you see on the Jumbotron that flag come in late. And another timeout is taken by, looks like West Monroe.
No,
or
I think
the official called that one.
Yeah.
He's coming quickly over to talk to Coach Bachman. Or no, he's talking to the near side official.
Well, he's so he can tell. So he can tell Bachman what's.
And I don't know if it comes into the.
It was a first down, Doug. So that's what it was.
So it's back to the first down at the 23-yard line, but the ball would have been a first down at the.
Looked like Coach was telling them, "Hey guys, y'all got that wrong.
That's
It's a first down."
That'll buy you some points later on. 23 seconds to go in this one. Little head bob, play action, and Guillo going to the corner is just going to run around. And, boy, that was close. You got to be careful not to take him down out there.
Yeah, good work by Bryson there, knowing whenever he crossed. So we're looking at, what, 17 seconds?
17 seconds remain. Ball at the far hash, nearest if you are a West Monroe Rebel, but furthest from what we're talking to the 19.
I show them still having one timeout, Doug. So,
well, here we go with 17
number 8 out
seconds to go.
Look at number 8 out here, Doug.
That's a big one. And he's on Jayton Terry, who's got some size to him as well.
I think that's Trey King, the backup quarterback, Doug, I think.
Snap is back to Guillo. He's going to King this time. Jayton turning around, knocking it away, and a flag is going to come out, and they're going to whistle Jayton for pass interference.
I don't know what the difference is between him and that one and out. Yep, and Coach Bachman's pointing. What about with Fontenot down here?
Look, he is really getting aggravated and giving them an earful.
There's no difference. You going to let them play down here, not let them play down here?
And look, the crowd not excited about the.
And it should be half the distance, right? Not a 50. Well,
inside the 30.
Yeah, it
15. Yeah.
No, but they were at the 26. They were at the 26-yard line, so wouldn't that?
Well, it is first down and 10 from the 11, and they are bringing out the. Is that the field goal crew that's coming out?
No, number 11's one of their wide receivers.
Okay. Yeah, you've got to figure they've got a couple of shots at the end zone here. Time to stand up. Peabody taking care of business in the second quarter. They're up 27-14 over Grant. But here, it's 21-14. Trojans lead this one. Snap is back to Ponte, a direct snap. Nope. Yeah, it looks like Guillo.
Or Guillo, excuse me. Oh, what are they doing?
4, 3,
okay, they call
2.
a timeout.
Yeah, they got timeout. So they'll call a timeout with 4 seconds to go. Looked like they were trying to bust one or get it in the middle, and that's not much more or not much less than an extra point. We'll keep it here as we've got halftime coming up in just 4 seconds.
Doug, if they hold them to a field goal, I think that's a big statement there, considering, you know, where they were at.
Look, field goal attempt, because don't forget, anywhere you've got Z9 lurking, you've got an opportunity for a block.
Yeah. And once again, I think one of the things that I really like about Coach Bachman is usually whenever there is a play that's, you know, somewhat critical and, you know, situations like that the officials call, he's usually really calm, and then we'll go to the next play.
There you go.
And this has been a little different tonight for him.
They've put back to 6 seconds
Yes.
on the clock, so they've added a couple. I don't think, what was it, at 5 seconds, or if anything, they've added a second on there.
Which I don't know. Of course, they don't have any timeouts, so they obviously, they're not gonna. They're gonna go for the field goal.
Yeah, they're going to kick. It's field goal attempt here. And you see who the holder is, if there's any trickeration. But I think you just knowing that you get the ball to start the second half, I think that you just try to get this 3. This should be the final play. Snap is back. Here comes pressure on the side. That kick is up, and it is good. 21-yard field goal attempt as time is 1 second. Well, they ran the clock all the way out, so the ball landed and ran off the last couple of seconds. Don't know if they'll do it. Shouldn't. And that will be halftime. In fact, that'll get us to the half. They're talking about it, too. They may. It's just a matter if they want to do it or they don't want to do it. There may be a couple of seconds left, and Coach Bachman saying, let's just get to halftime. Again, looking things, and Coach Bachman he's saying, look, get my guys off, but we're going to talk about this just a little bit beforehand of what's going on. But it is halftime here at Don Shows Field in West Monroe, Louisiana. Your Trojans lead at 21-17. It is halftime. We'll hear from KP when Coach Bachman comes back out, and we'll do all of that when we come back from halftime. It is the intermission in this one. Again, Nick Magnano, Matthew Magnano, and KP Miles. It's halftime. We'll be right back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Find a dealer near you at LouisianaKubotaDealers.com.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
Hi, this is Robin with Little Cakes with Big Attitude, and I have some exciting news. Fall is finally here, and that means our amazing fall flavors are ready to go, hot, iced, or frozen. Delight your taste buds with flavors like spiced caramel apple, cinnamon roll, maple pecan, s'mores, and of course, pumpkin spice latte. And just when we thought fall couldn't get any better, we were voted Cenlaw's Choice for Best Bakery and Best Dessert. Little Cakes with Big Attitude in Alexandria or our Pineville location. Stop by today.
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at LouisianaAthleticClub.com.
Thanks to recent advancements in cataract care at Wallace Eye Associates, patients are actually excited about having their cataracts removed. That's because our team of doctors are now able to give cataract patients a whole new level of clear, natural vision. Schedule your cataract evaluation now before a new deductible is due in the new year. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
The wait is over, Sin-Law. DBAT Alexandria Baseball and Softball Academy is almost here. Whether your child is just starting out or aiming for the big leagues, our state-of-the-art training facility and expert lessons are designed to guide them every step of the way. Let's foster growth on and off the field. Sign up to be a founding member today.
Here's an important message for everyone in Central Louisiana experiencing changes in their vision. If you've met this year's Medicare deductible and are experiencing vision changes due to cataracts, then right now is the best and most affordable time to schedule your procedure with the cataract team at Wallace Eye Associates. A new year means a new deductible, so when it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
When it comes to celebrating big moments, BK Distributors has you covered. From eye-catching fathead decals and senior banners to custom cutouts that bring your favorite faces to life, we help make memories larger than life. Cheer loud and proud with hand fans and personalized signs, or honor achievements with awards and trophies that shine just as bright as the people who earn them. Whether it's for your school, your team, your business, or your community, BK Distributors delivers quality, creativity, and service you can trust. BK Distributors, where every moment deserves to stand out.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What affected the situation?
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round, right now.
Buying or selling a home is one of life's biggest decisions. At the LaLue Group, we believe it should also feel personal. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, our team walks with you every step of the way, bringing knowledge, care, and experience you can count on. I'm Trish LaLue. When you work with the LaLue Group, you're not just making a move, you're gaining a trusted partner. Our team is ready to help you buy, sell, or invest with confidence.
And we are back to Don Shaw's Field here at Rebel Stadium. We'll have stats and highlights for you in just a moment, but delighted that you're back here. We'll be visiting with Coach Bachman and KP down on the sideline here momentarily, but it's an opportunity to take you through some of the scores. Peabody up 27-14 over Grant at halftime. Turlings Catholic all over Rain, 43-0. That game was at halftime. Buckeye Big over Vidalia, it looked like 42-0. We'll have to go back in and check that. Tioga, of course, their big win last night, 59-35. Big night for Case Malone as he has 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. The Christian Isles had a big game. Kervin Johnson has another big game. Kenny Ponche has another big game. So great work by those guys. And Nick, just your thoughts on that first half.
2-5A football, as
Yeah,
you guys,
that-
as you guys have basically, have taught me, and looking at the, looking at the way big plays, smash mouth sometimes, but also big plays, athletes all over the field. I will say this: I hope the third team doesn't affect either one of these two in the second half, and I'm gonna, you can say what you want about it, but I just, once again, I'm not saying that it would be different, but
It's
I
had
just
an
think,
impact in the game
yeah.
on both sides of
Yes.
it. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, a lot of inconsistency, and you want it played on by the two teams, So and once again, I'm not saying
that's
that.
correct.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this would be different, but as close as this game is, you hope that it doesn't come down to something that might be some significance. With that said, looking at the stats, I don't think Coach Bachman, Coach Donna will be very happy with, and Coach Free either. Coach Webb will be very happy with the offensive output so far. We have Kaysen Williams, the leading rusher, with nine attempts, 47 yards. Kyron Griffin, K5, with a one attempt, 32 yards, and that's that was that big kind of reverse that he had. Of course, Carson's 2 for -13, but that was both sacks. Carson is 3 for 8, Doug, for 92 yards. He does have 2 touchdowns, which is good. Griffin with the one.
And it's been 2 big runs,
Yes,
the one
yeah.
from Grayson Thibodeau and the one down here.
Yeah. Kyron with the 1 reception for 38 yards and a touchdown, and then Grayson with his first 2 catches of the season, he has 2 catches, 54 yards, one of them being a 53-yard touchdown on that screenplay, which was a great play call. So I think they, I don't know if it's possible. I think they need to find some way, and once again, I don't know if it's possible with this type of game to get Jayton on offense side of the ball, if possible. Once again, he's doing a great job on defense. He's run stopping. He's playing that end. He's usually off, on the weak side, and is really making a lot of tackles. Matter of fact, his tackles on the game so far. Jayton has 4. He has 2 solo, 2 assists. Griffin has 4 solo tackles. Bryson Phoenix leading the team. Like I said, these are all unofficial. He has 7 tackles, but only 1 solo tackle. He has 6 assists. Raymond Harris with 2 on special teams. Jay Frazier with 2. So not a lot of tackles by our front 7. I have Jackson down for 1 tackle, which is kind of odd for him. And then I have Xavier for 3, 1 solo and 2 assists. And once again, this is not Peyton Hobbs leading the defensive line with 2 solo tackles and 1 assisted tackle.
Peyton's played a good game tonight. Everybody has played the ball well. And to be here, a lot of times that we've been up here, there's been that flurry that's put the game out of hand. And you thought that perhaps on that fumble. So that fumble, you go all the way back when the Trojans had the opening drive here. And it was a 25-yard drive for the touchdown. And, well, the Trojans had every opportunity to put their heads down. And that resiliency that they talked about, they're not going to do it. KP is going to be down with Coach momentarily. But, man, just it's been the ball game, hard fought for the most of it. Now, it's been hard fought the entire way. But you take out a couple of plays out of there that had some big factors on this ball game. And it's worthy of the game of the week in the state.
Yeah, I know. That's what you expect. Nobody's nobody's shying away from it. Neither team, neither coach and staff, and just within this district, that there's going to be 2 or 3 of these games for your Trojans that are going to be, 3 of them in this area. So guess what, guys? After tonight,
we'll be back in it.
You'll be back here 2 weeks from now in Ruston. Then we'll be back at the end of the year in Neville. So it's going to be, and your 2 home games aren't any slouches.
All right, KP is calling us now. So KP joins us on the sideline. And KP, what do you got, my friend?
Coach, been a resiliency all season. Talk about the way you guys bounced back and settled in after first TD.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, we got a tough group. We need to play better, need to execute better, need to coach better. But, yeah, I wasn't worried. All right, let's settle in, let's play. We're settled in. We're in a ball game right now. Let's go compete the second half.
Absolutely. Good luck. Doug, you got that?
There you go, KP. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, KP. There you go, KP Miles down at halftime. And look, it was just like he had told you. Not worried about that. They knew they would settle in. So they are back to their minute-and-a-half warm-up. The Trojans trying to get an idea on what I see. It's just the specialists that are out for West Monroe right now. But the Trojans defense, Xavier's getting them fired up again. And this is something that we normally don't see coming out of the second half, is it?
No, it's a little different.
This looks like their pregame warm-up.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, you know what, Doug? I like it, and the reason why I like it is because it's a little cooler this evening. So and I don't know exactly the facility that they're in. What the locker room and stuff looks like. So I like that they're coming out and trying to get their legs underneath them and get warmed up again.
I want to take this opportunity again to give a big shout out to Noble Williams, who is not with the Trojans, suffering that injury. Be back soon on there. Talk to KJ Ray. Also, he's looks like he's probably 2 or 3 weeks away from coming back, but his spirits are high, doing everything he needs to. So these Trojans still have an opportunity to do some big things on there. Now, one of the players that we've seen in place of Noble the last couple of weeks is Tyler Bowman. We haven't seen him tonight at all.
Yeah, no carries yet. I'm not saying he won't be. He's out there. We see him. He did have a kickoff return, so we know that he's playing.
But how about the fresh legs for a back of his caliber to be in there?
Yeah, that's true, Doug. But Kaysen has 9 carries.
That's right. So he's very fresh.
Yeah.
What I guess my point is that that's something that I don't think a lot of teams have the luxury of.
For sure.
Is having a rested back that's 6 foot 190
no,
himself.
Yeah. No, excellent point. Sorry about that. And the thing that I really like I said, I know that the coach has been trying. You watch the film and you see over the last 3 games, he's had Griffin and he's had Terry, on that offensive side. When you're in a battle like this, 21-17, you're leading there. They have the ball coming out. I just don't know if you sacrifice, possibly them wearing out, because that's another thing too. The defense has been on the field so much. So I guess basically, like you talked about, one of my keys to the game was, hey, let's take advantage of every offensive possession. And what did you say? You said the flip side for West Monroe is them.
They want to limit them,
and that's right. What they've done. And the times that we have, even our scoring drives were not, they weren't long. Methodical
you had
drives.
the block punt that was a touchdown.
Right.
You had the 50-something yard screen pass to Grayson Thibodeau,
Yep.
And then you had that quick hitter on 3rd down for Kyron Griffin.
That's right.
Down here. So Griffin now 2 touchdowns on the night. The blocked punt and the fumble recovery, and then the screen there that you thought he might have slowed down a little bit and not saw. But that goes such to your point that that defense has been on the field a long time, and for a defense that's only been tested 1 game, we'll see how the second half legs are.
And of course, my stat sheet here, once again, unofficial, okay? But if you go by Kaysen's attempts, Kyron's attempts, the 2 sacks that Carson had, his eight pass plays, okay? We're looking at, 17, 18, 19, maybe 20, 20 offensive plays. That's not a lot.
And Coach Bachman was concerned about that. He said, well, we finally had 52 offensive plays in one game. And that was the Destrehan game, maybe?
Yeah.
And you're just not seeing a lot of it. But take all of that out of the equation. Trojans have 21 points on 20-something plays.
Yes.
So we'll take that. The defense, I think, is going to settle in. They've got a good read on Gio and what they're going to do. Well, this second half is going to be a big one.
Yeah, so, another little update. Coach Scully, that's our color analyst for Tauga. His son is a coordinator at Marksville High School,
right.
And they're in a battle with Gina right now at halftime. Gina did take the lead 32 to 30 at half.
See, wait. 32 to 30 at the half?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
you think we getting out of here late. They're doing it. No,
Yeah.
congratulations to those guys. We knew Marksville Gina was going to be a battle tonight.
Yeah.
We are moments away from getting this thing kicked off, 8 and 7 and 6. The final seconds tick off here in this one, and we're going to move into the third quarter. West Monroe will receive this one, unless they back off the ball a little bit. They might not, but that Trojan defense has been solid. The offense has been able to capitalize. Special teams has been that again, and that's all in one half. So, goodness, we're excited about bringing you the second half here. Of course, Ash Trojan Football is brought to you by your Kubota dealers of Louisiana and Explore Alexandria Pineville. We appreciate all of the work that they do for us. Of course, we are live from the Trios press box. Take this press box everywhere we go on there. And I've got half of a Trio sandwich waiting on me back at home, too. So I have the club sandwich and onion rings, 18 straight Fridays during football season that we've had this. And yes, that counts jamborees.
Don't they have? They have a location. They have a location in North Louisiana, don't they?
They do. In Monroe where it all got started from too.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Boy, they should have went by there.
I tell you, we really need Eli to hit a touchback on this one.
Look what a difference it makes when he doesn't. Eli Fong set the horns are going. Third quarter, just a couple of seconds from getting underway. Takes his steps up, puts a foot into it, and this one is underway. And he hammers this one, going to be shy of the goal line by about a yard. And we'll see what this Trojan return team kick team's able to do, and they get a stop at the 20. So no harm, no foul. And this is off, Nick, of a week that Eli was factored in a couple of those plays. Had him a little tackle and had him a haunted push out of bounds. On there.
Amarion Simon and Andrew Montague for your Trojan there, 21-yard line. That's good work by that special teams group.
Yep, getting a look out there at that front line. There's Hobbs that is out there. Bryson Phoenix is there. Xavier's there. Jaden Bayan.
Yeah, Richard, but he's kind of by Jackson right now. He's going to come to this right side.
We're first down and 10. Go the Rebels. They're moving right to left down to that big jumbotron away from the student section. Handoff goes to Ponte. He's off the right side and still, boy, that's exactly what he did to start things off. And the ball is on the ground. They're saying, the ref to this side, the official to this side is calling him down.
I don't know if he was down. They might have got him for progress, but.
Oh, my. That was a close one, but that was just, don't worry about that. That's just one of those that, man, you got to make a call. But you're seeing it on the jumbotron here now. And they blurred it right at the end. Looked like he was down. Second down and 1.
Jackson saying that there was movement on the offensive line, but they're not.
Guys have to settle in. Gio, handoff to Ponte off the right side again. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, but all he had to do was get to the 30.
Yeah, Jackson Townsend low there, and then Xavier got him high. So maybe they heard me talking about how they didn't have as many tackles in the first half.
Well, West Monroe gets 11 on their first series of downs, and it's first down and 10 now for West Monroe.
Now, I was kind of listening to they were announcing their state championship powerlifting team. I'll tell you in a second.
All right. Gio and company set to go to work. Hard snap there. It's the son of the longtime voice of the Rebels. Here Brady is, Rick Gio. Snap is back. Delayed action here. And that's a play that they had some success
that.
on. That's 2 or 3 plays now that they've run a delay. They did it on the screen that they scored on.
I like this. Spikesville stepped up and took him down after the 1 yard. But Ponte was announced. Well, he wasn't out there, but he was announced. He's a member of their state championship powerlifting team. And, I mean.
And no doubt he is. Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense, does it?
Right.
But, no, good work there by Sykesville. Looks like they have X out right now, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see X.
Bryson looking like he wants to rush from the outside. He sits up, and they run it away from where he's at. That ball is floated in and out of the hands. And money down, coming up, and X will make his way right back in there. I think he might have just been working on some equipment.
Yeah.
And Sykesville will come out of there.
Ooh, that's a big play there. That was, of course, guy's got a broken hand.
That's right.
I mean, it's, people are like, how does he drop that? I mean, he's
a D1 commit, and you see it goes right off of of that bandaged hand.
I mean, he's not even supposed to be playing yet, from what I was told, and
But he's a gamer.
That's right.
That's
out
there. Gio and company trying to get something done. This crowd is making some noise. It's 3rd down and 9. Here comes motion. That's Ponte. They'll go the other way. Got to complete. Got to make a tackle. That's a middle screen. Going to be dropped at the 36. It'll be 4th down.
Big play there by, I think that's Carrot Gaines.
Boy, X is struggling coming off of there. He's got some ankle issues on there. Grant scores 27-22 now, 3rd quarter. Go ahead.
Big stop by Carrot Gaines there, because if he misses that tackle, that guy had lead blockers in front of him. So big play there by that young man.
Well, they are hurrying Xavier White over to the trainer's table, and they're going to he's
cramping, Doug, I think.
Hopefully that's it. Snap is back. It's a high one, but gathered in. Back to Hayden Burford, who's got it at the 26-yard line. Says the heck with going to the outside. I'm going right up the middle, and secures the ball and goes down, and that's where the Trojan will have it. That seems to excite you a little bit.
Oh, that's a big stop. That's a big stop. We didn't, I mean, your favorite term, we didn't want to get Belichick, but, I mean, that is a big stop. And, yes, I'm happy. And, of course, Coach Bachman was sprinting to get with the offense so before this series. So, yes, I'm pumped about that.
Look, that term Belichick comes from the old Patriots days, of course, where they would they'd score before the end of the half, and then they started that whole deferring type of thing, I believe, and they would try to score, and they'd get a big lead on you at that point. So there you have it. Sellers hand off to Case, and that's what we thought we would see to start, and boy, he just gets hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's 32. That's Jackson Talley, and, I mean, we've been calling his name a lot.
They'll give him to the 35-yard line and a pickup of 2.
Wow, I'll take it.
You're right. Look, say what you want. That interior line of West Monroe is still solid.
Yeah.
But look at the success that they've had this season. Their only loss was to North DeSoto. Here comes motion in Thibodeau. Back to pass to Sellers. Here comes pressure again. Stepping up out of the pocket and going over the top. He's got Fontenot and he's got pass interference, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Trojans.
Yeah, what's the old saying? That, I mean, that's just one of those that you'll take that penalty because they only get 15 out of it. But
well, and that's what stinks about that penalty. And you've heard me talk about it for 3 years now, and the other folks have heard me for years.
Yeah. Unfortunately, fortunately, Carson was able to get the ball off, but. He does not have a lot of time back there.
Well, I like the fact that he took a little hit there at the end, but I do like the fact that he stepped up in the pocket.
Yes.
That gets the ball all the way out to midfield. The nose of the football rests at the 50-yard line.
Doherty and K5's up top, Doug.
Snap is back. It's low, but the toss comes to the near side. Kaysen. There's pressure in the backfield. Kaysen might get back to the line of scrimmage, if anything.
Yeah, it's 25. Their linebackers they're just running free. We're not getting to the second level, and that looks like that's Mason Willis.
They'll give him a loss of a yard, make it 2nd down and 11. Yeah. And that's why there's K5 again to the top. Kyron Griffin, number 5, is out at the slot on the far side. Alex again in man coverage. Just keep sending him down the field. Motion is sent. That is Williams. It goes out to the top. Here comes pressure. Good little chip there, but no, it's just collapses. No, it's Sellers escapes that one. Oh, and now the second line gets to him. And, down south, they like that second line. Here, not so much.
Yeah. And it's one of those things.
Penalty flag looks like it was laid down right at the feet, and that's going to be on Coach Bachman, I got to believe, or on the bench if he ran into. laid down at the feet of Coach Bachman.
Yeah, let's see what we have here.
All right, so that just means that that's their first warning, and any bit of interference, again, will be a penalty. So here we go, 3rd down and a long way to go. 3rd down and 23. Line to gain is the 40-yard line of West Monroe. They are on their own 36. Try to run you a little screen or draw here and just get some positive yardage, kick it away. Again, this followed that penalty downfield where Alex had a step or two. Getting allowed in here again from the West Monroe side. Back to pass is Carson. He spins out of it this time. Carson's going to tuck and run. He's getting good yardage. He's got a chance to the 50. Buries his head down and just puts the defender on the ground. And that's going to just get him back to the original line of scrimmage. They're pointing 1st down here, but just back to the original stick.
Yeah, good work by that young man. You know, competing and challenging. I think
the official coming to this. Okay, no, golly.
Oh me. But
Sellers is staying in at quarterback, but he'll quick kick it. Don't think he won't. I'd like to see. I don't even want him to go for it here. Expect the quick kick from him. Maybe trying to draw that defense offside. You see he backs up a step and brings the personal protector up just a bit.
Yeah, I'm okay as long as they don't put somebody back there to return it with our offensive lineman.
You're correct, and that one's going to check up at the 23-yard line, and you'll take that and play that field position here. 6.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 6:36. Over halfway through, Nick, in just one possession each.
Wow. A lot of different halves make, huh?
Oh, indeed, it was, yeah. They were a lot of a filling out period going on there, and now they are just these defenses are stepping up.
It looks like Xavier's back in, so that's a good thing.
Both of these defensive coordinators dialing up pressure at the right moment. I do like the escapability of Carson on that. Did that little spin move to get out of the oncoming rush. Again, we welcome all of those of you watching us on X and Facebook and YouTube.
Roku.
If you're on our Roku TV. Yeah, that's right. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and keep up with what we do. Snap is back. There's a throw to the near side. Bounces, and that finally is caught. Jay is able to get off a block and go down and make the tackle.
Yeah, good work by him and Griffin on the south side.
I see Carrick there also. And, boy, rolling off of that one, and down is Griffin, it looks like.
Yeah.
And, again, this heat, and you think it cooled off a little bit. But, again, it's the first time really the defense has been out there as much as they have been.
Bingo. I mean, that's why I think that, you know, it was cramps with Xavier and you know, yeah, it looks like it's cramps with Griffin as well.
When they're stretching out the hamstring is what it looks like.
Yeah. And then some of these guys, too, where they had the flu last week, still trying to get the fluids back in them.
Yep. And, boy, that just causes it. These lack of fluids and your muscles just – and, look, if you've ever felt that, and I know probably everybody has, that's got to be the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
It grabs you. Clock runs now at 39 and 38. 6:13 and counting. Neville all over Pineville in that game. It's 42-0 at halftime. Neville, who may not be in 2-5A next season. We'll talk about that probably in a week or so. Play action, Gio trying to go get it right here. He's got man coverage, going up making a tremendous catch. And, boy, I know they're glad to have that young man back in the game.
Yeah, that was good work there by their quarterback. I mean, Xavier was right in his face, and he just threw it up there. But you know what? Sometimes when you have a receiver that good, you can throw it up. Jay Frazier was on him, but, I mean, the kid is 6 foot. He's 6 foot. It looks like he's probably taller than that.
And, again, he's already going to play college football a season from now.
Right.
Gio and company at the 35-yard line. Play action. Gio's going to keep it himself. He goes up the middle and picks up, looks like 5 all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Xavier's down again, Doug. It was him on the tackle with, looks like Raymond. And that's another one, too, where Raymond Harris was in there for Griffin as the free safety, and he just didn't quite get the depth.
Well, there's somebody else that's on the ground because X has come out of there, and now West Monroe suffering from the cramps as well.
Yeah, but on that last play, Harris just didn't quite have the depth that you would want him to have on that, to help Jay Frazier out on there.
We're going to step away. It looks like he may be on the field for a moment. We'll be back right after this on 446 Sports.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
Back to work, here we go. Trey King will come in for a play. Gio was the one that was suffering from the cramp, hopped up and away. Menard has taken the lead 22-20 after halftime.
Let's go Eagles.
Snap is back, handoff is up the middle, and he's met there at the front of the line, and that's going to be 3rd down now. Nick, you had a couple other scores from around the way for us?
Yeah, 14-7, Ruston on top of Ouachita in the 3rd quarter. You mentioned the Pineville score, right?
42-0.
Yeah.
Neville is on top of there.
Thanks, Coach Scully, for those updates.
Money down. We'll see if the Trojans can cash in on this one. Doug Gann, Nick Magnano broadcasting live from the Trios press box. Trios on Versailles Avenue. Go by there and see them. They're full of their Halloween festivities going on. Try something from the new menu. 3rd down and 5 we go. Gio back in the game, sends a man in motion. Back to pass now is Gio. Throws that one in complete. And in there complete, not incomplete, but in there complete. And that is a 1st down to the 20-yard line. And you can see what the focus is on here. Get it to that young man.
Yeah, boy, Griffin was, he made the break, and I thought he might have a chance to get to it, but he did make the tackle. He's still stretching out that cramp as well.
And it's just when you've got that cramp in your body, your legs just don't push and go like you want it to.
Yeah.
Getting into the red zone now, 1st down and 10. Trojans defense trying to hold to a potential field goal opportunity. Handoff comes to the near side, a little trickeration going to the outside, runs right by to the end zone. That, wow, what a play. That was called up. That was a reverse that was given back to, we'll watch it again here.
Yeah, that was Trey Davis on the reverse, but
yeah.
If you watch, well, you can't, but on the,
we're seeing the reverse. Yeah, it's a good job.
Abair had the block on Bayon. I guess if it's behind the line, it's not a block in the back. But
back in the lead go the Rebels, 23-21. PAT is pending. 3:58 to go here. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. Bangs off of the scoreboard. 24-21. 3:58 to go. We'll be back right after this.
Thanks to recent advancements in cataract care at Wallace Eye Associates, patients are actually excited about having their cataracts removed. That's because our team of doctors are now able to give cataract patients a whole new level of clear, natural vision. Schedule your cataract evaluation now before a new deductible is due in the new year. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Teeing it up and ready to kick this off to the Trojans after a pretty good drive there from West Monroe. They're celebrating birthdays out here. It's good to see. 24-21, just 2 ticks under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Griffin is back deep to receive along with, let's see, to the near side. That may be Jay. We'll see. The ball's going to be caught at the 1-yard line, and Griffin is going to come out with it. He was back there with Bowman. Sidesteps a tackler, and down at the 25-yard line where the Trojans will have it first down and 10. So a good run back there.
Yeah, good starting field position for sure. Bunky on top of Caldwell, 21-6, third quarter.
TC, Turlings Catholic scores a touchdown on every possession tonight en route to a 64-0 win over Rain. We will visit with Coach Mikey Corville and the 6-0 Turlings Catholic Rebels Monday night down in Lafayette at Pizza Village. It's a Turlings tradition. Monday nights at 7 o'clock. Come out and join us if you're in Acadiana area. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line goes Sellers and the Trojans. Back to pass is Carson. There's that little out that is thrown to Alex, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 34, so a 9-yard gain for Alexandria.
Yeah, good start there on this one. Nice little pitch and catch on that out route to Fontenot, his first catch of the game.
Peabody up 33-22 over Grant in that game. Menard has battled back from a 20-0 deficit. They lead it 22-20. Minute 33 to go in the third quarter. Snap is back. Kayson's got it. He shiftily goes to the side, but is caught right back there by 54. And we've seen him make some big plays tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, big work there by, looks like, Jaden Clay, another senior defensive lineman.
Boy, this is a humongous third down. Following 2nd and 1, it's 3rd down and 1. Kayson's going to have another crack at it. He gets it now to the outside, goes Kayson, and he's brought down at the 41-yard line for a Trojan first down.
Yeah, third and 1 there. He goes for 7, so great work by him. Good work by the left side of that offensive line there with Carter Rivette and Aiden Price.
Nick, it has cooled off outside.
It has.
Oh, what a nice night. First down and 10 from the 41. High snap, toss to the near side. Cuts it back up the middle. Boy, good vision. That'll get Kayson to the 45-yard line.
We'll take that 4-yard gain. And every play here on offense and every yard that he gets, that we get, the more time that defense gets to sit on the sideline and take a little breather.
That is 100% correct. And they're doing it. They're looking at film. They're studying both sides of it. And going to be poised to come back out there. Got to spin around. Gives it back to Kayson up the middle, and he's down inside of Rebel territory to the, they're going to give him a first down, so a 7-yard pickup for Kayson there. Oh, he is just a bell cow in this one, just hammering away. First down and 10, 49-yard line. Trojans go tempo. Kayson's got it again now. He's met at the 44, but another 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, good work there for Kayson, and what this is kind of the old West Monroe stuff. What this will do is this may get the eyes this may get the eyes looking in the backfield. Yeah, Tyler Bowman in. This may get the DBs looking in the backfield and see if we can't, pop a play here.
Gaines McKenzie sighting. He'll switch places with Hayden Burford and kind of come into that jumbo set. But again, you've got 10 guys within 6 yards of the ball and man coverage on Fontenot out to the near side. We'll see if the Trojans try to take it. They just sweep to the near side, and Bowman. And there's he just gets clocked by 25.
Yeah, good hit there, but good run. I mean, he got 3 yards on that run, so good work there by Tyler on his first play. That was Letzinger coming as well. You had Gaines in there. Yeah, it was Gaines. It was their jumbo package. You had Gaines on this side and Letzinger in there.
And now Letzinger comes out and Burford back in. He'll come to the near side with Alex. Stacked in defense. They're showing pressure are the Rebels. And not sure what Carson's talking about there, but he looks at they may have to get a timeout at 6 and 5 on the play clock. Pressure coming up the middle from, there's a play action. They got to dump it off, and they do. It's go in and out of the hands of Grayson Thibodeau, and he had it, and that will bring up 4th down. And I tell you, the Trojans will go for it from here, but that play was dialed up perfectly.
Yeah, and I don't know if something was in his line of vision. There was pressure on Carson, but like I said, the throw was there, and just unfortunate didn't make the play.
We are down to a minute remaining in the third quarter of play.
Kayson's back in.
Kayson Williams stands behind Carson. They'll look over and again continuing to take some clock off of here. Well, the clock will stop following that incompletion. 4th down and 2. Handoff goes to Kayson. He's got a head of steam, but he's met at the 40. It's going to have to be second effort, not going to do it. He gets a yard, and that is it. Turnover on downs, and the Rebels are fired up after that one.
Yeah, unfortunate. There was just no opening, and he had his mindset that he was going straight ahead and didn't get a chance to get that second effort going. But Xavier's high-fiving him on the way off the field. He's ready to get back there and turn this around.
Grant has scored late in the third quarter, makes it 33-28 Peabody, the 40-yard line. So he missed that by about a yard. Trojans defense is going to have to stand tall here as Trojans trail this one by 3, nearing under 1 minute. It is 56 seconds to go in the third. This is that part where West Monroe wants to lean on things. But Nick, as soon as I say that, that looks like
new
the
quarterback. Yeah.
So Gio is off.
Wonder if that injury was more than we thought.
I don't know. The way he ran off the field, though, there it is. He's just going to give it to Ponte. He gets hit but does not stop. My goodness, that young man just keeps going.
Yeah, that's a gang tackle there for 4 yards. But, Jayton Terry and Jackson Townsend, Xavier, Bryson, everybody in on the play. It takes a group to bring him down.
5-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. 32 seconds remain in the third quarter of play before they switch sides. Again, Gio on the sideline during this possession. 2nd down and 7. They will look over at the sideline. 19, 18, and 17 seconds. They come up trying to do it, but the fans here making some noise. Snap is back. Ponte's got it. He's going to be dropped this time, and it'll be 3rd down when we start things back in the fourth quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Money down, coming back in. Can the Trojans cash in? We will see when we come back. West Monroe 24, Ash 21. The Trios press box is where we'll be when we return.
Hi, this is Robin with Little Cakes with Big Attitude, and I have some exciting news. Fall is finally here, and that means our amazing fall flavors are ready to go, hot, iced, or frozen. Delight your taste buds with flavors like spiced caramel apple, cinnamon roll, maple pecan, s'mores, and of course, pumpkin spice latte. And just when we thought fall couldn't get any better, we were voted Sinlaw's choice for best bakery and best dessert. Little Cakes with Big Attitude in Alexandria or our Pineville location. Stop by today.
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at louisianaathleticlub.com.
We're back getting things going here in the fourth. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. And Nick, that was the only points scored in that one was that touchdown by West Monroe, and they lead it 24-21. So the Trojans held scoreless. Opportunity for that defense to get the ball back here. Handoff goes to the right side, and Ponte's going to be met, and it'll be 4th down. Boy, that's just leaning on the right side. And don't know if it's a change or why they've got the change in there, but that is Trey King that has been at quarterback on that drive.
Yeah, Carrot Gaines there on the tackle with Xavier White. Big stop there by your Trojans on 4th and 5. Gave up a yard.
Back deep to receive is Burford. He's at the 21-yard line. Boy, we've seen West Monroe pull off some fakes through the years in these type of situations. Snap back, kick is away. It's a high one, going to have to be fair caught. Burford running the far side now. He'll get out of the way, and it's going to be another tremendous, tremendous roll.
Yeah, that ball never turned over, so it was going right to left. And the way and whenever it landed, you hoped it would land and go backwards, but
and
it landed.
You would not have caught that ball at all the way that it was coming down.
No, good. Good work by him not to really put himself in a bad position.
This is a big-time district drive right here as the Trojans have it 1st down and 10 from what is the 8-yard line now. 11-11 remaining here in the fourth quarter, in the final frame, in regulation, whatever you want to call it. This has been one of those games. Kaysen Williams with his heels on the goal line behind Carson Sellers. Carson calls for it. Handoff is there to Kaysen. Kaysen trying to break through, and you'd like that a play ago.
Yeah, 7-yard gain there, and let's compliment the defense for stepping up there. I mean,
dang right.
They had been, they had been down, they'd been knocked around, and cramping and everything, and they came up big on that.
Sellers, quick hitter over to Alex. Alex trying to make a man miss, shoves him down. Is going to have the first down, and more out to the 30-yard line. And that's what they're seeing is they're just off of Fontenot about 7 yards. So hit him.
17-yard gain there, and I think that's going to be Fontenot's game going forward this season is quick hitters.
Well, they've got a man on him, and then they've got a man beside him. This time it's that little inside handoff, and they're going to call. It looks like they're going to call motion.
Yeah, illegal shift probably
against the Trojans. We'll go to the white hat and check it out. No.
Dead ball. All start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So it'll be first down and 15 now. I really like that play where they bring Kyron in motion.
Yeah.
Got Noble in the backfield with him. That is Alex and sure who's at the top, but it's Burford to the near side.
That's K5 again.
Yeah, okay. That's Griffin back there. We saw him come in motion and settle in like he does.
Uh-oh.
That one pulled away, but Griffin just holds on to it, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield and gang tackled there.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Sellers wanted to pull it.
Yeah. Carson's he's talking to him saying, hey, I need to pull that one, so. Now we have a loss of 3 yards there. So
boy, you talk about the wrong time to be behind the sticks after having some pretty positive yardage. Down under 10 minutes now, 9:53. Just what I think is the third possession by the Trojans this half.
That sounds about right.
Knew there wouldn't be a lot of them. They scored 21 in this one, and it's just been 7-0 West Monroe here. Burford goes across the formation. Carson runs that way, tries to throw it back the other way. Down the middle, it is complete to Fontenot. Fontenot to the 45, and that's a big-time touchdown from Carson Sellers to Alex Fontenot. Nick, give that to the offensive line for giving him the time. That was a slow developing play to get all the way across the field.
Yeah, 33-yard run throw there from Carson to Alex, and he rolled a little bit, which moved the pocket, which was a very good play design.
From the 45-yard line, now they go. Kaysen off right tackle, spun around, staying on his feet, and going to be driven down at the 44 is where they'll mark it, maybe the 43.
Yeah, I'm glad they gave him that. I'm glad they gave him that 43 because I was afraid that once he spun out that they weren't going to give it to him. Looks like they're cramping as well. That's number 48 for them, which is Elijah Thomason.
Yeah, they'll take an official's timeout here. We'll get it with them. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
And we're back here looking at our YouTube feed. Ashley Edwards is watching this one from Greenville, Texas. Says, let's go Trojans. Team Hobbs. There you go. We need some team offense right here. 2nd down and 8. Trojans trail this one by a field goal.
J-Ton's out here on the bottom of the screen, Doug.
3 receivers mark this side, and a timeout is taken from West Monroe. They saw something they really didn't like. We'll take it with them. Be right back on 446 Sports.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Lori even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
And we are back here, 2nd down and 8 for the Trojans, 8:56 remaining in regulation. This has been the kind of a second half that we thought maybe the first half would be. It's just 7-0 West Monroe in the second half, but that's enough, Nick, to put them in the lead by a field goal.
Yeah, and kind of the game that West Monroe likes to play. I will say this. I'm glad they had to burn a timeout there, but I would have liked to have seen, because it looked like we had numbers on them on this side. And
Trojans now send Fontenot to the top. Burford is the slot receiver. And then looks like Griffin is there. They had Jayton in the last time.
He's there. Jayton's on this side.
Okay.
Griffin's in between Burford and
Well, look at him
Rivette.
step back out of coverage, and that's very confusing. They trying to disguise that a little bit there. Kaysen will switch sides now, and boy, the chess match is on. Play action, quick over to Jayton. Jayton's got it. Jayton at the 40, trying to shove a man down at the 35, and does. Goodness gracious, what a big, tough catch and run. Jayton Terry.
Yeah, 11-yard screen there, the wide receiver screen, and Burford had a good block, and that's one that you tell Jayton, look, you're going to beat that guy one-on-one. And Jayton did get the first down.
Catch it and go get the first. Yeah. Now it's 3 receivers to the top of the field. One to the near side is Terry. They'll look over to the near side and get the update. 18 seconds on the play clock and counting. 8:48 to go in regulation. Snap is back. Handoff is there to Kaysen to the near side. He's trying to get to the corner. Going to be driven out of bounds, but a good pickup. We'll take that. And what do 3- and 4-yard gains in the first quarter make, Nick?
A long second half for the defense.
5- and 6-yard gains on defense, and we'll certainly take that. Appreciate all of those that are watching along. We hit the 1,000 mark of viewers on here, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button while you're here, and you'll catch all of these games. Don't forget the highlights of this one will be coming up Sunday afternoon. Snap is back there. Kaysen's got it. Off the left tackle again, cuts back to the middle, has a first down, and continues to grind away those legs.
Yeah, up the middle there behind De La Cerda and Price, and let me see how many he has there. So, yes, sir. So that's an 11-yard run there.
One thing you're doing, again, is letting that defense rest.
Yes.
Letting that defense rest, and that's invaluable tonight. Inside the red zone they go. First down at 10 from the 15-yard line. Go the Trojans. It is Kaysen Williams in the backfield with Carson. Sellers calls for it, hands it to Kaysen again. Works his way up. Hops forward out to the 13. They'll give him 2-yard gain on that one.
That's his 22nd carry of the night, Doug. So
he won't get his 23rd on this play. Is Tyler Bowman in to replace him. And that young man is growing up in front of everybody's eyes. The sophomore sensation is there, and you see the first one to give him 5. When he comes off, Noble Williams. See that left hand bandaged up, and boy, would he love to be out there. Carson trying to get him to jump off sides again, running some clock. 7:41 to go in the game. 6 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, 2. Snap is back in time. Sellers back to pass. Has good time. He's going over the top to Fontenot, and he's got it. Into the end zone, touchdown, Alex Fontenot, touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, 14-yard corner route there from Fontenot, and Fontenot just wanted it more. Good to see that from that young man. And DB didn't get a chance to turn his back, and like I said, Fontenot was there to bring it in.
7:30 remains in this ball game. Trojans looking to make it a 4-point game here and add the PAT. But that connection between Sellers and Fontenot has been money all year.
Great thing about high school, you only need 1 foot. He got the left foot in bounds.
Snap is back to Sellers. Fung puts a foot into it. in between the uprights, and it is 28-24, Trojans back on top. We will be back to the Trios press box atop Rebel Stadium when we come back.
Thanks to recent advancements in cataract care at Wallace Eye Associates, patients are actually excited about having their cataracts removed. That's because our team of doctors are now able to give cataract patients a whole new level of clear, natural vision. Schedule your cataract evaluation now before a new deductible is due in the new year. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
We are back here, 7:30 remaining in regulation. Trojans with their first touchdown of the second half comes halfway through the fourth quarter, and it puts them back on top 28-24. Peabody on top of Grant 40-35 in the third quarter. That's another big-time ball game.
Would that be Peabody's first win this year? I can't remember.
I don't think so. Okay. I think they've got
one. They have one? Okay.
But there's a lot of football to go in that one. Fung needs to put this one back towards that Jumbotron. Trots up, puts a foot into this one. It's high and it's short, and it's going to check up around the 12-yard line. Maybe that gave our guys a chance to get down there. It does. The Trojans will start out at the Rebels will start out at the 28-yard line. And again, don't know if he slipped a little bit on that, but it has been very slippery, and it's just getting worse as this cool air descends.
Yeah, Carrot Gaines on the tackle there, and a little slow to get up, but, you know, everybody's going to feel this in the morning.
Look, a big, huge, huge shout-out, Nick, and you'll like this one, to our buddy Matthew Crenshaw. He's watching from West Point in New York, and he says, "Go Tigers."
Go Tigers or go Trojans?
He says go Trojans is what he said. Anyway,
good to hear
you get
from
stuck with go Tigers.
Yeah,
great to hear from Matthew Crenshaw.
Congratulations, young man.
Making a difference in this world. Handoff coming to the near side. They got to pursue. Getting to the corner, and Jay's going to drive him out of bounds, but not before about a 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, that's one to where, you know, Ponte busts in the middle, and then, you know, he gets to go outside with his speed, which is McNeil, another senior.
And you see the Tulane signee up at the top of the screen. Peabody on top, 40-35. We told you that one. Gio back in the game at quarterback.
Hey, he's got his elbow wrapped, Doug. I wonder.
And got Neal right up behind him there. Now drops back in a conventional shotgun. Snap is back. Handoff goes off the left side. Boy, coming up and making a pretty good play out of the safety spot there was Kyron Griffin.
Yeah, big step there, big play there by Griffin. And I think it was Gaines. It might have been Trey that slowed him down initially. So
we go under 7 minutes, 6:57 and counting. West Monroe would like nothing more than to grind off as much clock as they can and punch it in. The Trojans have to, a field goal won't help you here, 28-24. So the Trojans just have to keep them out of the end zone one more time. Snap is back. Play action. Gio being pressured. He's hit hard. Ball turns around. It's going to be picked. It's picked to the 25-yard line. Now 40, 50, going down the sideline. Cutting back to the inside. Big time move. They're going to call him out of bounds. But, oh, goodness, look at him shaking around. And Jay Frazier made up for the early one, but that was the pressure up the middle, Nick.
Yeah, Bryson Phoenix with a big hit on their quarterback right before, right after. I mean, it was in the process. And when I saw a West Monroe helmet rolling around, I was worried that there might have been something. But then Jay Frazier, which he's got his eyes in the backfield and sees the pressure, and that's his first INT of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe it is. So you went from having to hold them out of the end zone, having to keep them from getting a touchdown. Now you've got a chance to go down here and potentially salt this thing away. You got to get it to 2 scores. It's a 4-point lead here. A touchdown would make it 11.
Remember, Kaysen now has 22 carries, Doug.
Yep. Give him 23 on this one up the middle. Now jumps to the outside. And I'm going to tell you, he was the tackle. Nick, go ahead. God.
I thought he broke it. I thought he pulled a Ponte there. I thought he good work there. We'll take that 6-yard gain on first down. Sorry for speaking over you, Doug.
No, you're quite all right. Look, that's the emotion of this one. 2nd down and 3. Give him 7 yards on that play. He'll get another opportunity to run it here off the left side. Gets inside the 30. Just a couple of yard pickup, but it'll be 3rd down and about a yard. So it's Jay Solibez. I don't know what the name is on YouTube, but we appreciate you. Look, Claiborne says finish strong. Absolutely. Handoff off to the right side, and that's good room by Kaysen, who's going to have another Trojan first down.
Yeah, big 84, Grayson Thibodeau out front there, and of course you run it behind Peter Lofton and Jaden Everett. So good work there. That's his 25th carry, Doug.
And this is the kind of thing that you said, how are you going to replace the ruggedness of a JT Lindsay? And this young man's now is explosive. I get all of that, but seeing a guy that can go down and carry the ball 25, 27 times against a West Monroe, you'll take that. Against any big 2-5A team.
Right, for sure. And looks like coach is
playing the clock game. Now they're going to get a timeout here with 5:02 to go on the clock. 5:01 is where they'll take the timeout, and these Trojan fans will pay them off with a little bit of love as we go to the break. We will be right back right after this. Back here high above Don Showers Field, Rebel Stadium in West Monroe, Louisiana. The burger grind has been closed about 30 minutes now, so we'll have to find somewhere else to grab dinner on the way back, but that's all right. Nothing like a fast food in a sack on the way home. Don't forget, you can listen to Marshall Leffler and Nick Magnano briefly about this one in the morning. They'll talk about how this turned out. On the Red River Roundup. It comes on at 8 a.m. Jace Lejeune will join him. Mike McMillan does it, and Chaston Tavares, as well as a couple of surprise guests. But here we go, 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. 5 minutes even on the clock. 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Snap is back. Trojans dumping it off to the near side. Fontenot's got it to the 20, and the clock will run. Boy, staying in bounds on that was just huge.
Yeah, give him 4-yard gain there, looks like, Doug. Yeah, 4-yard gain there on that pitch and catch, and big completion there. Big
4:46 and counting here in regulation.
And that just keeps the defense, honest because of the well, never mind. You don't want to rush. You could have gotten the snap off.
Yeah, and they still got some trouble over there. It looks like they may have to get
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they have 11.
So they had 13 on the field, it looked like. 7 and 6, 4:20 when the ball is snapped. And again, they will get a timeout. And they've not been real efficient on using their timeouts tonight.
No, and I'll take that.
4:15 to go in this one. A timeout. We'll keep it right here, Nick, and we're looking for our Express Pros Lineman of the Week, our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game. And could it possibly be another block punt for a touchdown? My goodness. And then our Sabine State Bank Player of the Game. We'll name that. Well, we got to morph that over to that 3rd down money down from Sabine State Bank. And great to see Robert in the house over there, longtime Trojan fan.
Yeah, I want to shout out, and I don't know if they're watching back home, but Mr. James Rambo is this gentleman that's sitting here in front of us in the orange shirt. Marlene and I went to school with his oldest daughter, Christy. They live in Woodworth now, and John's an SRO for Rapides Parish. Christy's a teacher, and Mr. James was always at Aces games. He's supportive of the community.
Well, it's so great to see. They're getting ready to get things going again here.
His son-in-law was one of the ones that escorted us to Carr 2 years ago.
There you go. 2nd down and 6 we go here. Carson and company looks. You got Burford to the near side, Alex at the slot, nobody to the far side. Kaysen off to that right side. Look for something to the wide side of the field. Instead, it's right up the middle goes Kaysen. Inside the 15, spinning around, and that's another Trojan first down. Keep the chains moving, keep the clock running, and the Trojans looking to add a nail in this one.
Yeah, 8-yard run there by Kaysen up the middle, and like I said, you have Price, you have Everett, you have De La Cerda, and with Thibodeau, they've done a really good job up the middle of the second half.
Going to work here is Kaysen again. That's got to be carry number 27, 28?
That's 28, yeah.
28th carry. I will take about 3 more in this game.
Yeah, loss of a yard there.
3:44 and counting here. 30 seconds remain on the play clock, so they can get it down to 3:10. But you've got to pay this off with a touchdown. You don't want to leave it with an opportunity at just 7-point lead.
Mason Willis with the tackle there for West Monroe.
Again, continuing to let the clock run down. 3:23 now and counting. 2nd down and 11. Back to pass. They're going for the juggler. That's Jayton Terry, and boy,
one of the ball boys down here had a flag. I had a white towel.
Right. And he throws it up. So I like what they did there. That does stop the clock. Definitely in field goal range. Trojans can get inside the 5. They don't have to score a touchdown to get a first down. They've got to get to the 2-yard line. Sellers has Kaysen flanked off to his left. They'll turn and look at this. Have to hurry now. You're at 10-9. Wouldn't surprise me if the Trojans maybe get a timeout. Sellers pleading with his line to hurry up. Back to pass. Look like motion. Here comes pressure. You cannot get knocked out of field goal range. I don't think you're out of. This would be a 40-yard attempt.
Yeah, Brody Thurman on the sack there of Carson, and unfortunately just took a little bit too much time.
Glad to see him
develop.
tuck that ball away, though.
Yes.
This is a big-time kick opportunity out of the hold of Sellers. They're trying to get somebody on the field. They run somebody on late. 2:45 and counting. They can snap it with about 2:35 to go. This is where you got to get this field goal, and then you got to get one in the end zone for a touchback. West Monroe looking to block this one. Snap is back. Kick is up from 40. Going middle. Got it. Listen to the crowd. They'll tell you about it. That is a field goal from 40 yards out. Trojans lead it 31-24 with 2:27 remaining. We'll be back to West Monroe, Louisiana right after this.
When it comes to celebrating big moments, BK Distributors has you covered. From eye-catching fathead decals and senior banners to custom cutouts that bring your favorite faces to life, we help make memories larger than life. Cheer loud and proud with hand fans and personalized signs, or honor achievements with awards and trophies that shine just as bright as the people who earn them. Whether it's for your school, your team, your business, or your community, BK Distributors delivers quality, creativity, and service you can trust. BK Distributors, where every moment deserves to stand out.
We are back here high above Don Shaw's field. We are in the Trios press box. One look at the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard, and it tells you 31-24. Trojans lead this one. And Nick, if you ever had a touchback off the leg of Eli Fung, we'd sure like it right now.
Yes, we would. Yes, we would. Doug, this is why you play the game. This is why competitors compete. And for the last 2 minutes and 27 seconds of a game like this.
Eli Fung tees it up at the 40-yard line. and you've just got to kick this as far as you've ever kicked it and not give those guys a return. Eli puts a foot into this one. May not be as far as he ever kicked it, but we'll take it 5 yards deep, and that's a touchback. And that is the most exciting touchback we've had of the season.
Yeah, Drez Davis was the one back there, number 4. And so that was a big kick right there by Eli. Big field goal and a big kick. And you know the field goal is always good when the holder starts jogging off the field before it goes through. So Carson was very confident after the foot came off.
They're Jackson Townsend imploring this crowd to get on their feet and cue the horns, and they are doing just that. 31-24, 2:27 to go in this one in regulation. Just a touchdown lead. Gio and company. He's got Davis up at the top. Crowd on their feet making a lot of noise right inside your TV. Handoff is up the middle, hit hard, and dropped after a pickup of just 3. Clock runs at 2:20 and 2:19.
Yeah, Carrot Gaines there on the tackle. And like I said, gentlemen, don't let anything behind you, but I need to wrap up as well because he will bust one.
2nd down and 8, 2:08 remaining. Gio moves his man in motion. That's Ponte. That's go the screen the other way. Got to come up and make a tackle. Slipping one, and he's got a chance to go. That is Davis. One man to beat, and does, and will make his way all the way into the end zone. Oh, goodness. That's why you have him out there with a wrapped up hand. And now does West Monroe go for 2 to try to take the lead in this?
I will say this, their quarterback is the holder, so they do a swinging gate.
They've closed it. They've just got the kicker out there.
Yeah, they've got him out there, yeah. Actually, they've got a different holder tonight than they have been. The quarterback was the holder, so.
Z9, K9, Trey Williams, if you've ever got another block in you, my friend, go up there and get it right here. 1:45 to go in regulation here. And what a heartbreaking 80-plus yard or 70-plus yard touchdown that was. Snap is back. Kick is off to the side. It is up and it is good, and we are knotted at 31 with 1:45. And Nick, we're going to just we're going to stay right here. Goodness gracious. They get it into the hands of their playmaker, and that's just, I mean, that's one of those. Our Tire Discount Center drive recap shows just about a 3-yard drive or a 3-play drive.
2 actually, I think Ponte had one.
Then they go the other way. They sprint Ponte out this way, turn around and throw it back the other way. And what a difference maker Davis is.
Yeah, I heard Marshall and somebody, I forgot.
I watched him on the Jumbotron, and he just accelerates so much out there.
I'm sorry, it was another podcast I was listening to this week.
We'll still let it be Marshall.
And they were talking about how he's a 2-lane commit, but doesn't they don't think that it's his recruitment's over. They think that there's going to be some SEC schools coming after him.
Excuse me, Tyler Bowman switches over to the near side. Kyron Griffin the far side. And I think West Monroe's looking for a touchback as well. Griffin's going to catch it a yard deep in the end zone. They let him take it out of there. I don't think he knew that. I just
fumbled.
Ball is on the ground.
That should have been a touchback.
Yeah, he's a yard deep in the end zone.
That's got to be a touchback, gentlemen.
And this game is going to go to the last minute 45 the same way it started, and he was a yard deep in the end zone. And they're talking about it, but they're pointing over to West Monroe.
I mean, it's a touchback. I mean, he's in the end zone, Doug.
You're looking at him right there, and that's why he slows down and doesn't come out of there at full speed. Spins around, puts the ball on the ground, and West Monroe falls on it. And now they'll take a couple of runs to the middle and try to get the field goal, what would be the go-ahead field goal. And, oh, goodness. Oh, frustrating play right there. The opening series started off with a fumble. And this current one does that on the kickoff as well. But, again, he was a yard deep in the end zone. I guess you got to get out of the way and let that one go.
Well, what's crazy, well, yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, he's a competitor, though.
Yep, that's correct.
What's crazy is there's a guy, two people standing on the goal line.
On the camera and get down there. Yeah, they're supposed to see that.
There's two people standing. I don't like that we had to take a timeout.
Trojans take a time.
Oh, gosh.
And Coach Bachman is not happy about it at all. Ball is at the 13-yard line with 1:36 remaining in this one, following the Trojans' second fumble of the game.
Yeah.
Points
Two
off,
turnovers.
Points off turnovers. They paid the first one off with a touchdown. This Trojan defense has got to settle up. But you're right, Nick. That takes a timeout away from them, a clock-stopping timeout.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was obviously a numbers thing there, but I mean, what's sad is you've got a guy standing on the pile line. You've got the referee standing right behind. And I will say this: they both started winding the clock. So I mean, but you're right. If you're, I mean, you can't tell Kyron, hey, don't catch it because it's so close. But
they will line up Gio and Ponte in there. They're trying to run off the final 1:36. Snap is back. Ponte's got it off to the left side. He's hit and going to be brought down with a bevy of Trojan tacklers. 129 and 28 and 27 on the clock. And going to be a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty
Jace is pointing. Yeah, Jace is pointing.
It looks against West Monroe. The clock will stop with 1:21, and it's also a West Monroe player that is down on the field.
I think it's 77 on West Monroe, which, I mean, he was doing the same thing to Ethan Richard earlier, but Richard retaliated. But
this one comes with 1:23, and that will certainly push them back. So the ball got pushed back to about the 15-yard line. I think there was a loss on the play, and that should push them back 15 more, which would put them at the 30. Still, I think, within range, but a little more comfortable on that.
Yeah.
Boy, our prayers to that young man that is down there on the field. Looks, you don't ever want to speculate on it at all. There's been a lot of cramping tonight. We're going to take a break, and we'll be, let me see if he's getting up on there just yet.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Offense. 15-yard
15-yard
penalty.
penalty. You heard it called there, and so the player does get up. 31-31, West Monroe and Alexandria tied in a battle. Second down, and they have to get down inside the 2. But all they're looking for is a field goal here to take the lead or perhaps take the win in this one.
I think that's 76, Greer Everett, I think, is who was the man down. So
good to see him up.
Yeah. Pray it's not anything major.
This Trojan fans are making a lot of noise in this one. Boy, this has been a battle. It was 21-17 at the break. Rebels have outscored the Trojans 14-10 in the second. They'll stand over the ball and hold on. Both sides making a lot of noise. Nick Magnano, Doug Gann from the Trios press box here high atop Don Chow's field. This defense has got to come up one more time. Second down and 25. Handoff is going to go off to the left side. They'll roll the clock, and he gets down to the 20. Gets
Stop,
down
boys,
to about
stop.
the 27.
Stop, boys.
Clock runs at 1:14 and 1:13 and 1:12.
Third down, Doug.
Third down, money down here, and the Trojans have got to have at least one timeout left, I believe.
Yeah, they do. They have one left.
Trojans, big play. Expect for them to use it here. Under a minute, 57, now 56 and counting, as West Monroe content to take down all the time that they can off of this. It's 50 seconds now and counting.
Watch the bootleg for the quarterback.
Gio has been a runner. He moves a man in motion to the far side. He's back. He's coming this way. They're going to throw it. It's complete. That is Davis, who is going to be driven out of bounds. No, he's continuing to run. My goodness. It'll be 4th down. The clock stops right there with 30 seconds to go. Trez Davis just paying big dividends, and it'll be 4th down and 4th down at about 7 maybe. We'll see. No, yeah, 4th down at 7. And you know that they're going to trot out and try this field goal from here, which, depending on where they mark it at the 30-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. There's no way they don't attempt the field goal.
They have one timeout, so they're, although it's not, I mean, the play clock doesn't matter, but.
Right. They'll take it. We're not going to go to break because some of us are notorious for not coming back out of the break, and we're not going to do that here.
Doug, that was a big pass play there from him to Davis. I mean, that was big because they were on the fringe there, and I mean,
they are deeply inside range now. And Nick, this is one of these games. You're going to have a little bit of time following whatever happens right here, but you gotta get a block on you. You can't rough. You can't do any of those things. It's just got to be a good, clean block on it.
Yeah.
But from the right hash, most of his kicks have been there.
So when you have Bayans, get as high as he can, hopefully up the middle. And, of course, you're going to have Trey coming off the edge.
West Monroe field goal attempt coming with 30 seconds to go. This would be let's see, the ball rests at the 11, so 28-yard attempt. Well within his range.
Eager to see how much time would run off the clock, too.
Shouldn't be more than about 7 seconds.
Gotcha.
West Monroe trying to pull off this fourth quarter comeback. Trojans will provide pressure up the middle. There's a hold on the outside. That kick is up and it's good. And I mean, that flag is on the field. Or is that not? No, it's not on the far side. But when I'm telling you, hooked on that far side.
Yeah, they don't call holds on kicks, unfortunately.
Goodness gracious. I mean, you hook him to keep him from coming in.
Now, Doug, by my count, unofficial, we have one timeout left.
26 seconds remain in this one. And West Monroe takes a 34-31 lead. We'll get that updated on there for you. That's just a big money kick there. And the Trojans will have one more shot at it. Again, so only 4 seconds ran off there. 26 seconds to go. See who's back there. Tyler Bowman is back there, and is that Jayton Terry?
Yeah.
Goes back, and they put their heels on the end line. I think if you're West Monroe, they've kicked it short of the goal line all night long.
Yeah. Except for the last one.
Except for the last one, indeed.
But they got a different guy. They got a different guy in stripes on the goal line this time than this guy on the 40 was the one there last time. And I'll be the first one to admit, somebody correct me if that wasn't a touchback, but I don't see how it wasn't.
It's a difference maker in there as West Monroe set to kick this one from the 40-yard line in what has been a well-played ball game. Kick is back, and he does
get out
kick
of bounds.
Go out.
Get out of bounds.
No,
ball.
It's going to stay at the 5 where it is picked up there. Going to try to come all the way across the field, and West Monroe's kick return team is not going to let that happen. That takes off 6 seconds on that return. So the Trojans will have it 1st and 10 from their 10-yard line, and they've got 20 seconds remaining on the clock and need to go about 60 yards to get into Eli Fong's range.
Yeah, well, still one timeout. Of course, the clock does stop. The clock does stop on a 1st down, so you can go.
Boy, if you could find a way
you can go in the middle
to get Griffin or Jayton in space or Alex over the top, but you'll see this West Monroe team drop back. They're a little closer than I thought. They're going to bring pressure. Snap, they simulate, and nothing is called there. Looking over to the sideline to get the last call. So it is Alex at the slot, Jayton Terry in their correction. That's Burford in the slot to the near side. They now switch to a 2-by-2 formation. Got Kason Williams in the backfield. Snap is back. Here comes the pressure. They're going off the right side, and that one is 4 seconds there. Coming off the clock.
Griffin didn't know his route right before the snap. He's got his hands up like this, so.
When in doubt, use your speed and fly.
Right.
But they look like he was going to Fontenot the entire time. That's Griffin up in the far side in the slot. 16 seconds remain in this one. And, boy, what a ball game. Do the Trojans have a little magic left in them here? Snap is back. There's that little dump screen, and just the timing completely off. Another 4 seconds off the clock. And the Trojans have not moved a yard, and it's down to 12 seconds remaining in this one.
Yeah, it's been the show in this fourth quarter. The two number 4s. Brody Thurman had that big sack earlier on Carson, and then he just had that big pressure there. And, of course, Dres Davis, number 4 on offense. We don't have to say anymore.
Yep. Switching sides, Fontenot will come into the slot on the near side. This is going to just have to be somebody that beats their man. 2 high safeties in this one.
All right,
boy,
boys,
they're just bailing out.
We got 6. We got 5 linemen and a running back. Oh,
near low snap, and they're going to call a false start.
Yeah.
So they'll put the second back on the clock.
So we've got 6 in protection if you count Kaysen. So we got to give Carson a little time. Something. You're going to have to get down the field a little bit.
5-yard penalty there for the false start.
That might be the first call they've got right all night.
And now just further and further back. You're going to have a miracle now with 11 seconds to go on the clock.
They didn't put that second back on, Doug.
How do you not with the false start?
Yeah, well.
Snap is back. Here comes pressure up the middle. Carson gets out of it. He's got to stay back and throw it. Can't run. He's going to have to duck out of bounds with 4 and 3. And, boy, you tell me that penalty or that second wouldn't have been important there.
Yeah.
First down. Number 23.
Trojans down to their final play, barring a defensive penalty. 3 seconds, so you won't have any time but this final play, and we're glad to bring it to you here on 446 Sports. That's to Fontenot across the middle. There's a toss back to the near side. Need a block. Don't get it, and that's going to be the ball game. Trying to get Kaysen in space, and West Monroe is going to win this one 34-31. What a ball game. They'll get back to work and get ready for Pineville next week. Trojans fall to 5-1 on the season, 0-1 in District 2-5A, and their streak of 5 straight district wins is over with this 34-31 loss tonight.
Yeah, good 2-5A matchup. West Monroe made plays when they had to. The big thing, Doug, is we had 2 turnovers. They didn't have any. So
well, we had the one
look at administration keeping the student section off. That's what I'm talking about.
I like that. I definitely like to see that. These guys battled in a contest for the ages. If you watched it live, if you went back and watched it, we appreciate that. And goodness gracious, that'll wrap it up here. We'll have highlights of this one. We'll have our top 10 plays. We'll have some thoughts on that at 8 o'clock in the morning from our Red River Roundup. But the Trojans fall in this one 34-31. The fumble on the kickoff, and that was the phantom touchback, and the field goal that was there. And that young man that's a kicker for West Monroe was just as advertised. We talked about everything that he did. Goodness gracious.
So you're telling me I got a little time to sleep this off before Marshall puts me on air tomorrow, right?
Absolutely you do. Guys, that's going to wrap it up here from Don Shaw's Field, Rebel Stadium. Trojans fall to 5-1 on the season and 0-1 in District 2 5A action to what, let me tell you, is a very good West Monroe team.
Yeah, I mean, they're solid, and that's the thing about it. I mean, when you come up here, you can't give them 2 turnovers, and I can tell you one thing, Doug. I'm glad this is my first time here because I don't know how much I would like this kind of stuff too every year.
Well, we got a couple of more trips up here, my friend, and you better bring that A game, if you will. That's going to do it for us tonight. For KP on the sidelines with us, keeping us updated. Matthew Magnano was running the clock and keeping the camera going for us. Nick Magnano, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all and good night.
Fans, thank you